Did you never fuck with Hellsing growing up?
No.
Oh god.
I'm thinking of Castlevania. So in Castlevania, the character Alucard
Mm-hmm.
is Dracula.
Yeah.
And it's
Good
Dracula
job.
backwards.
You figured it out. That's like Dr. Acula. Like Dr. Acula when you
Okay,
get
but
rid of the
Dr.
period
Acula
and
is
put
just
the
Dracula,
DR.
though. That's
Yeah, but
obvious.
see, I have a friend who didn't know that, and he was like, "Oh my god, I finally get Dr. Acula." Or
Okay, that's
one of
on the
my
same level.
one of my old gamer tags used to be serial killer, Cereal, like cereal.
That's like you eat a lot.
And
of
he was like, I don't know if you know this, but that's not how you spell serial killer. I want to slap the shit out of him. Like, dude, like, come on, man. I know that's not how you spell it. Be smart. Like, god damn, I hate that kind of, like, use your brain. Of course that's not how it's spelled, but don't you think it's funny? You already frustrated me at the beginning of the stream, by the way. Good job.
Why are you blaming me? Why are
Like,
you
because,
blaming me?
like, that
It's your
whole,
choice to
did
become
you know
frustrated.
that, I don't know if you knew this, but the reason why they call him Alucard
You know
in
what,
Castlevania
listen.
is because if you spell it backwards, it's Dracula. Like,
flex his big brain on something. He could be a 5-head for once.
oh my god,
You know what?
man.
Thanks, man.
Jesus.
Look, man,
What's
it's not
going
always-
on, guys? How's everyone living?
I'm freaking. Are you talking to me or chat?
I'm talking to who else can I be
Okay.
talking to? Oh my
Okay.
lord. Stream
Alright.
is over, everybody.
great.
Thank you for watching.
I'm here. Welcome everyone to my podcast. The
That's
Pepega
right.
Pancake Show. This
I'm
guy over here. That's
I'm
my
gonna let you
camera.
handle you just handle everything.
I'm the host of the podcast now. I'm leader of the Bad Guy Club. I have a leather jacket and a switchblade.
I don't see the leather jacket though. I'm
can go get one.
YOUSAF.
I can
Where's
go
the
get a
leather
leather
jacket
jacket.
at? Where's
Maddox
the
doesn't have a leather jacket,
where's
though.
your leather jacket? Well, hold on, I thought you said you were bad guy Maddox. So who's Maddox doesn't have a leather jacket? Are you speaking in third person?
You're
Help
Maddox
me-
and I'm
help
Bad
me
Guy
out.
Maddox.
There's
It's like okay, you know
I'm
when you have the two
YOUSAF.
angels on your shoulders.
oh shut up,
I'm
man.
like you're like the devil. No, you're not. Okay.
I'm like the
like-
cool guy, and you're
It's
like the
it's
you're
I'm bad
you're the
guy, I'm
dweeb.
cool- I'm the bad guy.
No, you're the dweeb.
You're just like a turd.
You're
You're
the
like a turd.
dweeb that goes to sleep at 8 p.m. doesn't go out on the weekends. Well, we're gonna get in trouble if we leave the house. I'm the guy that's like fucking around, man. I got like 4 girls on both arms.
Oh
Shit.
my god, you are so obnoxious, mate. Shut
Well,
your ass
that's
up.
well.
Once,
it's-
for like a
when
minute in.
when you look
you
as
know
when you
what?
look as good as I do, you can be obnoxious as far as I'm
The real
concerned.
question, Sam, is how are you, mate? Welcome.
I'm going good. Thank you for having me on the podcast, guys. To everyone watching, my name's Som and not Sam, and I'm new here. And
He's
hopefully,
new.
All right,
trying
so
to
we're gonna rough you up a bit, yeah. You okay
diffuse
with
a
that?
big. Yeah, please. Do you want to start with the mayo and corn?
I'm gonna
Is that
say
where-
that one. I'm gonna say
where
that
you wanna
one.
go?
Wait, hold on. What now?
Maddox, I'm gonna ask you a quick question. Would
What?
you ever eat corn with mayonnaise?
No, that's disgusting. Mayonnaise is disgusting.
Okay. That's all
Mayonnaise.
we're gonna say for now. We'll wait.
No,
we'll
no,
wait.
no, 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 no.
Let's have a
No,
talk
no,
about
no, 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 no. Let's mayonnaise on corn. Who's doing that?
All right, no, I'm sorry. Can I?
This guy- Wait, am I
Apparently,
pointing the
me.
right way?
All right. So we were talking the other night and
Uh-huh.
on stream, and it was about like 4 a.m. my time. So I do
Disgusting.
stream for about 7 hours, right? So, you know, we're sort of getting into it. We're going down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I just, out of context, I was like, "Do you guys ever eat corn and mayo?" Because I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about
I'm
how they eat corn
disgusted.
and mayo.
I'm
And I
disgusted,
was
man.
like, it wasn't me. It was some people from Texas in America.
Look.
So you're
Maddox, I
That
just
makes a
wanna
little
say-
sense. Hey,
I just wanna
Leroy,
say-
Leroy, hold on. Hey,
Yeah.
do me a favor, Leroy. Can you post that link again in the chat so I could pull it up? I didn't get a chance to open it. I did see where Seven Deadly Sins placed pretty high. I think their place is good. Now, okay, sorry about that. Leroy is wanting to discuss like this anime team hierarchy, and he's super pissed
Okay.
because
so
he.
real quick.
Hi, Daniel.
Look, before I wanted Sam to be on the podcast, I did not know that he ate corn with mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's just nasty as fuck,
Now
man.
that I know that, I'm a little reluctant.
That's
I'm
dis-
feeling a bit pensive.
That's disgusting. Corn's not even really all that great, but I couldn't imagine corn with mayonnaise. Like
Yeah,
that's
so
just.
I was just vaguely alluding to the fact that people do it, and then out of nowhere, Yusuf's just like, "Oh, so you eat corn and mayo?" And I was like, "No, I've never done it."
Oh,
And then
wait,
out of
you've
nowhere,
never done
everyone
it?
in chat, like,
No,
50
Oh.
He definitely no. He definitely eats corn with mayo.
Nah, dude,
so
this
yeah.
isn't this
You
isn't
eat
shit.
corn with
Then
mayo.
you're just trolling. Why do you always troll people, dude? Why don't you
okay.
say something factual, like the time when you talk shit to your mom and she put you in your place on stream? Why don't you talk about something like that? Something that actually happened that people saw and can verify happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It happened last week.
I have no.
It happened last week. Yeah, hey.
Elote is different. He's talking about just corn and mayo.
He's talking about corn and mayo. He's not talking about no.
It's like the Mexican one where you add like spices and.
Yeah, no. This guy's talking about dipping a corn on the cob and some fucking mayonnaise. I'll pass on that. Okay.
Mayo be spicy though. Like, get it up on there, you know.
Oh man, spicy mayo. Does that exist?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, like Popeyes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit, and even that, I don't think that's that hot. I gotta say, man. I'm taking the spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes off my list. The best spicy chicken sandwich is Culver's. That's it.
If you love your spicy food though, we should have done that.
I'm not doing the ramen. I'm not eating on stream, dude. I'm not eating on stream. I'm not doing it. You already know what my terms were, and you didn't meet my terms, so it's not gonna happen now.
Can we renegotiate?
What do you want to? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. By the way, you had a chance to get 10 subs today.
If you get you 10 subs, yeah, it was true. I was so close. I was so close.
You were not close at all.
I was actually close. I got you.
Hey, he played Fall Guys for the first time this afternoon, and I hopped in, and I was like, man, if you get a win, I'll gift you 10 subs on the spot. Got bounced immediately, like almost within seconds of me typing that in chat.
3 minutes, I think, of you saying that. Yeah.
Have you got a win now yet?
No.
How long did you play today? I didn't get to hang out in your stream.
About half an hour. I spent
half an hour
finishing Phenotopia. Yeah.
What are your final thoughts on Phenotopia?
Oh man, dude. It is literally the best Flash game I've ever played. Not that there's much comparison, you know. It's
right.
Pretty much. So Phenotopia Awakening came out on Switch recently. I think there's a different ending. Look, all I'm gonna say is the story for that game is spectacular. I'd put it up there with like Zelda, Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time. It's amazing.
Hold on. Can we focus on the fact that you have Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess is a good story.
It's okay.
It's amazing.
It's okay. Anyway, I got to talk to my new friend here, man. Let me talk to my homeboy here. I've never interacted with this guy. Shut up. You with the little Hawaiian shirt. Before we talk to Sam, talk to me about the Hawaiian shirt though, because I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Bro, show it off, man. Now you can't hop in here and not show off the shirt. Show the shirt off. What you got? You see how he has a little bit unbuttoned trying to show off his chest hair? Yeah. Man, get up.
Look, I've had these for ages.
Boy, come on, dog. You really trying to flex real quick? You really trying to flex?
Look, I've had this shirt since I was 17. 17.
Okay.
So one of my mates, I was like, I need a shtick. I'm like, Maddox got that whole, he's got the whole, I'm Maddox and switchblades and food and pancakes and crap, And my pal Max, he's like, you know what? You got the shirts. And I'm like, true. You should wear the shirts. The shirts are cool. Okay, Sam. Thank you.
Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to Pepega Pancakes.
We did the welcome.
Why don't you
welcome.
I ask new viewers this, so I'll ask you, since you're new. Mm-hmm. What are your top 5 favorite video games and your top 5 favorite snack foods? We'll start with that.
Jeez.
If you can't come up with 5, you can throw 3, or you can. The floor is yours.
I think hard out number 1's got to be Halo. I played Halo CE.
Okay.
I played Halo CE recently on stream. That was probably the thing that got me into gaming. Got me to be the nerd
Halo
that
got
I am.
You into games.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I feel super old. Yeah, I was in 8th grade. 8th grade playing Halo, and Halo got him into games. I'm old.
I mean, I would say I played Pokemon and stuff like that as a kid, but I was never hard out
okay, you weren't invested.
I was pretty into it, but I was I would still have a normal life kind of deal. But then as soon as Halo dropped on the Xbox, I'd play that at my cousin's house hard out, just constantly just dying over and over again on Blood Bowl. Because I was
what's
maybe
your favorite
10.
weapon?
I used to just run around with the assault rifle and just get robbed.
I'm obsessed with the needler. I think it's broken.
Hey, do you remember when that pistol though in Combat Evolved?
Yeah.
That was it.
Playing it again now.
That was the only weapon to use in the game, man.
It's ridiculously broken, but I was my little pea brain. I was so young, and my cousins used to just snap me
So the 3-shot. It was a 3-shot banger, man.
Yeah, I went to that, and then into Gears of War was another thing. I remember being pretty damn young.
Yeah, you're big into Gears of War. I know that. I think Maddox, you like it a lot too, right?
I'm okay with. I think Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2, I think, is one of the best looking games on the Xbox 360. But I was never a huge Gears of War fan. No.
I always confuse Mass Effect and Gears of War.
How? I don't know how you can confuse those two. They're so
somewhat
drastic.
similar.
They're not somewhat similar. They're drastically different.
One is a space game. The other is a space game.
No, one's not a space game. One is I'm getting chased by these things that live underground. It's
it feels like an RPG to me.
Oh my god, you guys are about to melt my brain with some of the stuff I've just heard in the last 60 seconds.
Well, educate me.
No, we need Sam's talking. Stop being rude. He hasn't even told us about his snack foods.
No, I mean, Mass Effect like has like choices and like open world and stuff.
No. Oh my god.
Gears is super linear. And like I loved it because I probably would have been like 12 or something for the first time playing that. So it's just like chainsawing people in half for the first time and like seeing that and the graphics back then on like the 360 like. Honestly, like if I went back and played it now, I'm sure Gears doesn't hold up as a franchise as well as like my like brain nostalgia remembers it. But like, damn, back then I fucking loved that so much. And then from there, it was just Call of Duty hard out from there. I was such a COD kid, like disappointingly
I was a COD kid too, though.
I played
we're really similar age, mate. What was your COD that you played the most though? Probably Modern Warfare 2, right?
Yeah, MW 2 because I was in a trick shotting.
That was the last one that I enjoyed. Modern Warfare 2. No, Black Ops was okay. Modern Warfare 2 was like the last one that I really was just like. I mean, I literally went to the midnight release and everything for that game. I think Modern Warfare 2 was the last time I went to a midnight release. No, probably Red Dead Redemption. Dude, they used to be like big events back then.
They used to be.
They were for. What are you talking about?
You go to midnight releases.
That's why Maddox is taking all of his honey.
Hey man, that was pre honey having Maddox. That was pre honey having Maddox. That was just game Maddox. Okay, let me just call out Leroy real quick. Leroy, are you really upset? Okay, so he's looking at this like anime team list, and he's been ranting about Team Rocket placing higher than the fucking Hero Association for One Punch Man.
Okay, how the hell are the Z fighters below the freaking Naruto people?
Oh, dude, come on, are you kidding? The Akutsu clan? That clan is disgusting.
Okay,
are you kidding?
Goku, hello.
Oh, get on some dude. Goku dies like every 10 episodes. That's why I can't mess with. He literally dies. And the plot of Dragon Ball Z is basically Goku's dead. Let's revive him. But let's get to the point here. How are you upset that Team Rocket,
someone get this man a pancake.
We got a sub. They placed 8. Are you really upset that Team Rocket placed 18? Over the Hero Association, who placed 21. They even explain why I'm gonna read Team Rocket's excerpt in this.
Man, bro. Hello?
Dude, One Punch Man's the only hero they have in the association that's worth a damn.
He's not even an S class though, is he? So technically,
this
is not including him.
You gotta think. The explanation is pretty plain put right here. Team Rocket is a villainous organization that exists to steal Pokemon, only to turn them around for a tidy profit. While viewers usually encounter Jesse, James, and Meowth, a team of thieves who can sometimes be more bumbling than intimidating, they're backed by a powerful force that has its fingers in nearly every industry in the Pokemon world. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, but they look. All of their strength comes from the Pokemon they use, right? It's not like they themselves are the bruisers.
No, I don't think they're talking about like this. Isn't like who's going to win in a straight up fight. They're talking like who's the stronger team. Considering how influential Team Rocket is in the world of Pokemon, I mean, they exist everywhere. They have freaking agents in every corner of the Pokemon world. I would say that they're probably
Don't at me, dude, but Team Galactic is way cooler than Team
I don't even fuck with Pokemon on that level to even have this. I'm not arguing with you about Pokemon factions. Get on somewhere, man. God.
You just told me you went to the midnight release of like what was that?
Red Dead Redemption. And the game was all. Don't act like Red Dead Redemption wasn't good. First off, don't act silly. Red Dead Redemption was good.
I played Red Dead Redemption.
Well, it's probably because you couldn't afford an Xbox 360. Never mind.
I had a PS3. I was a PS3 kid.
It was on PS3 too, though.
That was
so
cold. That was cold.
You could have still played it. What snack foods are you eating in the crib, Sam?
A lot of Tim Tams, to be honest, recently, which is like a Australian biscuit. So for those of you watching that don't know, I'm from Australia.
How do you spell this? What's it called?
I couldn't tell, honestly.
How do you spell this?
TIM.
TIM what?
Timtam.
A
Yeah,
Tim
Tim
Tam.
Yeah,
The
it's
fuck
like
is
like a
this?
chocolate biscuit type of deal.
Oh,
pretty
this
good.
looks pretty good.
I kind of been chomping those a lot. I drink an unhealthy amount of iced coffee and an unhealthy amount of V energy drinks. Honestly, like most of the stuff I have is just like I just drink a lot.
You just have them ready to go on your desk.
Go, I've been up since 5 p.m. yesterday. It's now 9:30 a.m. here. So
Oh, you got up super. I feel that's awesome. I feel honored that you got up super early.
I had about a.
Dude, he did it for me, not for you, dude.
Well, whatever. It's my stream, so I'm cool with it.
I did it for the I did it for the loving fans and the adoring fans. You know, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, Pokemon lovers with. So we're gonna. I think we want to try to make this a little bit more interactive, since you guys said that you want us to. Last week you guys said. Yeah, they said they want us to like talk to chat a little bit more. So Pokemon lovers with the first question. What is something
any team that gets
you?
beat by 2 10-year-olds can't be on the list. Wait,
Yeah, but that's just Jesse and James though. Like Team Rocket as a whole, I don't really know if like Giovanni has he
Giovanni's badass.
he's pretty cool for that. I thought he was cool.
Hero Association, like, come on.
First off, One Punch Man is just not very good, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
right.
gonna
so
drop that there.
One Punch Man isn't like really complex, you know.
I don't have to have a complex story. I don't think I don't think Seven Deadly Sins is complex, and I watch it. I just think some of the pervy humor is kind of silly. Yeah, the animation you can totally see the animation drop, like the quality of animation drop in the later seasons.
It's such a like
the story is kind of bland.
Dragon Ball anime, and I think Dragon Ball.
Oh no, it's better than Dragon Ball.
I love Dragon Ball. I love Seven Deadly Sins, but they're both really fun.
There's more substance in Seven Deadly Sins than Dragon Ball.
Ah, my ass, dude.
Dude, 100%. Okay, so Pokemon lovers, he wants to know what is something you cannot stand, and then he says, for me personally, I hate assholes and people who lie and hide stuff. I'm gonna ignore that second part.
Like eating ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, it's a fair assumption. Some people might not like that.
Getting into kink.
I was not expecting that.
Hey man, it's a valid.
Oh my god, come on, man!
No?
It's too early for that. Well, let me ask: do you like eating ass? I might as well ask. Let's just.
I'm not about that life. I'm good.
You're not about that life. Okay. What about you, Sam? Have you ever eaten ass in your lifetime? Are you up?
I can't afford a house, but I can eat ass. You know.
Woo! That's a good answer. That is
you're a millennial. How old are you?
No, he's a millennial. Or is he with? Is that more of like a Zoomer? Is that more of a?
1997. You're a Zoomer, son.
What?
I hate it though because I don't want to be a Zoomer either, but we are Zoomers, man.
Yeah, I guess you guys are Zoomers.
But I don't feel like one. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Like, oh, look at you with your little Pokemon theme song, Lauren. Bing, 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 bing.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Oh, handle bit. Is it your mom about to beat that ass?
No, I'm good.
All right. So, Sam, Pokemon also wants to know, what is your favorite Indian food?
Jeez, I don't know. Hey,
do you eat Indian food?
I come from a pretty like basic Australian household in that my parents were both like sort of country town people, so it's like meat and 2 veg type of deal is our type of meal, but like maybe butter chicken, like
fair.
I don't know, like I don't really eat like a lot of
Maddox, are you gonna ask him about mayonnaise or should I do it?
What is this thing? What's your obsession with mayonnaise today?
Sam, do you find mayonnaise spicy?
Avocado, water. Oh, so spicy, man. So spicy.
Wait, hold on. You think regular mayonnaise is spicy? Is this real?
I
think he's saying because white people.
Mate.
White people can't handle.
You did not present this as banter. You literally said he thinks mayonnaise is spicy.
Right. I did not say that.
You are so trash, man. I'm never going to you for information ever again. Your intel's awful.
Don't go to me for information. Go to me for entertainment and amusement.
Well, you're not entertaining either, so kind of fucked.
That's not true.
Okay. The old Hawaiian shirt looking ass. I couldn't come up with anything. I'm sorry. All right,
See
so
what I mean? And then this guy's the one like, come on, man.
oh, come
I
on.
like it. I reckon.
Bro,
like,
why are you firing shots when all the shots you're firing are blanks, brother?
Ooh, where'd you hear that? What Drake song did you hear that from?
Wait, that's actually... All right, well played. You got me.
Oh man.
You got me.
Okay, Daniel, by the way, I got a real serious question. What are your opinions on old cartoons like SpongeBob SquarePants and Samurai Jack getting these games, the 3D art style and all? There is a Samurai Jack game, and I've seen a little of it. I can't figure out if it's something that I would like to play or not.
That is awesome.
I'm okay with old cartoons or any cartoon getting a video game if the video game is good.
You know what?
But I've not played. I've really not played any of these games, so I don't really. I think the Samurai Jack art looks pretty good, but I don't know if I would play it.
Wait, Sam, did you watch Samurai Jack or? Well, I mean, you probably watched SpongeBob.
I watched it like a little bit when I was younger, like so. Like
we didn't get it, right? I didn't get it either. I watched it recently though.
Yeah, it's the same like with Dragon Ball Z. I watched it as a kid, but I never really watched it like, you know, like as a I watched it as just like a cartoon, as like a dumb little like small brain kid. So like. All the actual like plot and story, I have no recollection other than what Maddox said of like he just dies every 2 seconds and they bring him back, or then he's like off training for like a whole season, and it's just like
that's literally the Dragon Ball Z plot.
Dragon Ball, and it's just like man, like we were getting clickbaited back then by like Dragon Ball.
Like, yeah, and it's like Dragon Ball is really the only anime series that stretched out an entire fight over the course of like 10 episodes. Like how many episodes did it take for Cell to self-destruct? That was so stupid. Okay, even as a kid, I thought that was so aggravating.
Okay, it was annoying, but it's freaking Dragon Ball. It's so cool.
No, I disagree.
This guy's like, huh? And then the other guy's like, huh? And then like...
That's probably the...
Dragon Ball, like, what do you, like...
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I don't know, like, I think on that, it would probably work well now on, like, Netflix and stuff like that, because you can just skip to the next episode, and you can just get to,
I do agree with that. I mean, especially considering, like, a lot of people my age are huge Dragon Ball fans, so if Dragon Ball was on Netflix, it would certainly have a resurgence in popularity.
Back in the day, we didn't have that.
Yeah, like, look what happened to The Last Airbender. We discussed that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Last Airbender, even The Office. Like, The Office has a whole new generation of fans.
Yeah, I got into The Office because of Netflix.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's I think you could put Dragon Ball Z perfectly in that same category, for sure.
I think Dragon Ball Z is already earned its own, like, it's done well enough, you know, it doesn't need to be on Netflix.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to get new eyeballs on it, why not?
True.
Why not? Because, like, well, and...
At that point, like, just toss Super out there, you know?
Oh, screw Dragon Ball Super, man.
Oh, come on, dude. Tell me Ultra Instinct not cool as hell.
See, Dragon Ball Super was nothing but fights.
You know what it is?
Let's fight! I'm mad, okay.
Minus, you can't turn your brain off.
You kicked my ass, so that means I'm gonna have to kick your ass by getting stronger than you. And then their hair changes color. That's Dragon Ball Super.
Just get hyped and watch it.
There are better shows that I can get hyped over.
You don't need to psychoanalyze Goku. You don't need to be like,
I'm not psychoanalyzing Goku. Why are Dragon Ball Z fans like this? Like, if you say you don't like their show, they get upset. The crazy thing is, like, well, why don't you like it? I'm just gonna say it sucks, and then I explain why I don't like it. Oh, you're wrong, man. You just need to just turn your brain off. Just dumb down a little bit. I don't want to watch Dragon Ball Super. Man, I want to talk to Sam about what he likes. I don't want to talk about Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is trash.
What's the difference between the like normal one and Dragon Ball Super?
One sucks more than the other one, literally. Dragon Ball Super is super awful.
But for real, Dragon Ball Super is a continuation. It's a reboot, basically.
It's not. The animation actually is pretty nice. It's a continuation. It basically starts from the Battle of the Gods movie and then goes from there.
Yeah, so Battle of Gods was a film that like kind of brought Dragon Ball Z back into the limelight. It came out in 2014.
Yeah, true. Wow, I didn't realize I was still making it like that recently. Like,
13.
Yeah, much to my dismay.
Damn, I actually had no clue about that. I totally thought it was a thing that
you were
died.
born like 400 years too late, man.
You're sillier than hell.
You gotten along so well.
But like, I get gassed about other things that aren't shitty anime series. I get super gassed about Ace of Diamond, the best baseball anime series ever made.
Okay, who the hell watches baseball anime?
I do, mother effer. Say something.
Come on, just watch
Say
actual
something.
baseball. What the hell?
I don't want to watch actual baseball. I want to watch a baseball anime.
Baseball
Ace of
anime.
Diamond looks like, dude, this is so old.
Dude, it is not super old. It's a little old.
2006 to 2000.
If you think 2016 is so old, I don't know what to say.
That's when it ended.
Okay, that's 4 years ago.
It started in 2006. That's kind of old.
Yeah, that's. I'll give you that.
Oh, there.
It's a long series. It's a long series. But didn't
There's so many obscure animes.
Hey, and you know, Captain Tsubasa has a freaking game coming out that I'm halfway tempted to start. I'm really looking into. It's a soccer anime series, man. It's one of the OGs of the.
1981, dude. You're
Yeah,
so
it's
old.
it's
so
one of
old,
the
man.
it's one of the OGs of the sports anime
You're
genres.
so old. Like this
Oh
guy.
my
Like,
god!
but look, honestly, next week you.
With age comes experience. Wink, wink.
Sometimes only age comes with age, my man.
Hey, man, I'm like a fine wine, brother.
You're like a fine wine.
I'm like a fine wine, brother.
Nah, you're more like an apple that just rots. You know.
Kind of like your skill in Fall Guys. I knew your ass was fucked the second you said, "How do you jump on the keyboard?" I was like, "Oh my Lord
How
in
do I
heaven!"
dive? I was asking how to dive. I knew how to jump.
Your ass can do everything.
I'm not good at Fall Guys. I don't have like 1,000,000 hours on it and like 500 wins, dude. I'm sorry, I'm not like. I have.
I'm pretty sure it's around 32. I could be
insane.
wrong. Yeah, but I've also played. How what? Well, okay, for a while I was playing like 5 hours a day. That game's freaking addicting.
So just.
It's a low risk game, and it's not even really a huge time. It's not a time sink either. I don't think it is. It's not like League of Legends where you feel like you have to like really learn the game.
Firing shots, dude.
No, because I played League of Legends and I could identify League of Legends as a huge time sink. Like what you get back from that game.
Fall Guys and Fortnite though.
What's that? What about Fortnite?
I feel the same way about Fortnite and Fall Guys. I think they're both time sink games, no?
Okay, I guess if you look at a time sink in the literal definition, anything that you're going to spend hours on is a time sink, right? But there's no skill disparity in Fall Guys. You're never going to feel like you're not good enough in the game because it's just fun. It's just fun.
It also limits the fun sometimes, you know.
No, but it makes it more accessible. Anytime, like my girlfriend can pick up Fall Guys. Like she had a blast playing it last Saturday, and she doesn't play video games. So I mean, and she's gonna play it again tomorrow. So
it's
doing its job.
Game, but
I just
there's
wanna
some games
rage quit at times though. Like sometimes it's so frustrating. Like the amount of people that grab you and then just
that's the best part. Grabbing is the best part in the game. Eliminating other people and griefing them is my favorite thing to do in the game. Without it, I wouldn't play it. Oh come on.
like, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely get to the point where I get cocky and I'm kind of like, it gets to my head and I'm like, I'm gonna start griefing and start like throwing some people around. But also,
you feel guilty.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't.
You feel a little guilty. He doesn't feel guilty.
I crack up about it.
He loves it.
I'm like,
I thrive on it.
Maddox ruins people's days on Fall Guys, and then he goes home and like he gives himself a pat on the back, and he's like.
So what do I like? I turn off my stream and then get up and then walk out of my door and turn around and walk back in my room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to give yourself a pat.
Just to give myself a pat on the back. Yeah. Maddox's streams are time sync. Well, that hurt my feelings, Pokemon lovers. I was hoping that you were getting more out of this stream than that.
Isn't every game a time sync? So I think some games.
I just addressed that.
You feel so much better though, like Zelda, or like Dark Souls, or like actually
Dark Souls is a super rewarding game though, don't you think?
Exactly.
I think it's super rewarding.
You walk away feeling good sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
what's another good example?
Jumped out of my chair like 2 or 3 times in Dark Souls.
I think any of the Soulsborne games make you feel like that, right? Because that is a game where you can actually see your like the progress of your intuition and your ability to play it. And that is like the only game I've played in the Soulsborne series, and I don't really know if you would call it it's made by them, but Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, that was the only one I ever played. And I beat it in about it took me about 5 days because that final boss was a nightmare. But I remember, like, even though that game made me frustrated, like when I finally beat a boss, it was like, holy crap! I finally learned it. I got to a point to where like I went through 3 or 4 bosses and didn't take any damage, just because like having the time, the blocks and stuff on some of those fights. Okay, I get this. And then you get cocky and you're like strutting like, oh, I got this. And then you encounter another boss after like running through 3 or 4, and you just get decimated. And you're like, oh god, I have so much more to learn. Like yeah, those are fun games to me.
Yeah, it's been really fun. So I did Dark Souls 3 for the first time, like pretty much blind on stream.
Yeah,
like about
your Dark Souls streams are wild, man.
Yeah, and I think we teared through it in about a week. Like I think it took me about 40 hours, maybe even longer. And we got up to Solar Cinder, which is like the last boss in Dark Souls 3, and midway through a 24-hour stream, and I was there for like 2 hours just banging my head against the wall, trying over and over and over again. But it was bloody fun.
Yeah.
And then the next night we came back fresh eyes, beat him like pretty quick, and like there's been so many times where I feel like I've been hard stuck on a boss, but like there's just that like little bit of hope that I have, and I'm like, maybe I can do it, maybe I can do it, maybe I can do it. And like I haven't played a video game that's made me like this satisfied or this like engrossed in so long. 'Cause, like, any other game, it's like someone else is being better than me, like in multiplayer games. But with this, it's like every time I die, it's like this is just on me.
It punishes you. It punishes you for making mistakes. Yeah, exactly.
But it lets you know how you can do it better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
In comparison, I feel like a lot of multiplayer games, especially, they punish you, and then you sometimes don't know how you can do better, or your teammates tell you that you can never do better. For example,
multiplayer games are just kind of like. I mean, I play them. I play the hell out of Apex Legends, but I don't really.
Here's a good question.
I don't care.
Do you guys think there's any multiplayer games that are not time synced?
Fall Guys.
Oh,
okay, but like I said, by definition, every game is a time sink, right? But I don't feel like. Okay, League of Legends. Here's my thing with League of Legends.
League of Legends is a time sink game.
It's a huge time sink.
But I also feel that way about Fall Guys.
Yeah. If we're looking at time sinks just for the little definition, a game of Fall Guys could literally could be like 4 minutes, 5 minutes long, and then you're on. And you don't feel like you wasted time. Even when I'm only speaking from my experience. Like, if I get to the final round of a Fall Guys game and lose, I'm like, that was fun. Let's play again. How many League of Legends games have you played where your team was winning like 40 minutes in, and then you or someone on your team does something goofy, and you throw the game, and you're like, oh my God. I've just wasted 45 minutes on a game.
I've never been like that. I've always just been like, you know what? These guys are monkeys, but I'm not. And then I go next.
I've watched you and your mates play League on stream.
Listen, that interesting. Yeah, but in my defense, was I not calm? Was I not?
Oh my God! You were defending bad behavior in the stream that I was in. You were totally defending bad behavior.
What I said was my friend should not have said that, right? But I didn't say that like. I also said that he was a good human being, and I still think he is. But he also shouldn't have called that guy what he did. You know what I mean?
Pokemon says, I feel Maddox is toxic in League, and my response to that is, there's a reason why I don't play that game anymore. There's a reason I don't play that game anymore. Sam, did you ever play League of Legends?
I was pretty big from like season 3 up till about season 8. So that was like most of my high school life was like coming home, doing my assignments, because I was a smart kid in high school. Now I'm a dumbass, but I used to just like hard out play League like all night every night, and man, we used to get in like heated fights, like yelling at our mates for not teleporting at the right times. Like, that's just like,
I never used to argue with my mates like that.
Okay, this is a good. Is there any other game you can think of that gives you the emotions League does? League of Legends has ruined friendships. I don't know, man. I don't get the same kind of like. I don't feel super aggressive.
I feel more pissed off playing Counter-Strike.
Really? That's so.
It's every round,
You're right, but the thing with CS though, the thing with CS is when I'm playing with my friends, especially, there's quite the skill gap, you know. And Maddox is, you're probably gonna make a joke about how I'm really bad now, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I would say I'm one of the better ones out of our group. I'm not the best, but I'm one of the better ones, and we have some trash cans, and that's okay. That doesn't piss me off. But what pisses me off is if I'm doing something in CS:GO and I've got like some monkey that's like, you haven't like fragged anyone, yeah, you died 20 times. and you're telling me like what to do and like how to play, that really irritates me.
Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna run those kind of players in any game.
You're right.
My thing
But
with
CS:GO
Counter-Strike
is the one game that made me
is
feel that way.
you can Counter-Strike, you can be really good at the game and carry a bad team, right? League of Legends, I feel you're only as good as your worst player.
I disagree. I think that in League, you always have the capacity to carry up until recently. They changed the game and they refined the game in such a way where
if
You
you,
can't carry.
if someone is playing, if someone's playing absolutely awful in League of Legends, I don't. There are exceptions. I'm not saying this is a rule, but I do think that like if you're good at Counter-Strike and I'm bad at Counter-Strike, I feel like you can win us a game. If I'm bad at League of Legends and you're good at League of Legends, I don't think we're gonna win, dude. Like, I just don't think we.
No, I hard out agree. Like CS, like it resets every round, right? Like sure, like you can go into an eco round like with pistols against orbs, but you still have that chance. Like, and a pistol can still kill an AWPer, like if the AWPer just like messes up slightly. Whereas in League, it's so much harder. Like if you throw hard in the first 10 minutes, like it's so much harder to come back in League. Versus if you could be 6 rounds down in CS, you can still come back like pretty easy. Like that doesn't matter too much. So it's easier to bring it back, you know? Like.
What rank are you in League?
In League, Gold 4.
God, you're so trapped. No, I'm kidding. So, the thing is, right? We were all low rank. Yeah. I was gold last season. I'm gold this season too. We're all around gold rank. We're similar skill level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys not see people throw games in League like all the time though?
Well, sure.
That's the thing.
Which makes me that makes me solidify my opinion, though.
Here's the thing. No. If we're doing bad though, it's my goal to make the enemy team throw, not to carry the game myself. Does that make sense? You want it's like chess, except everyone's a moron.
Well, that's League of Legends in a nutshell, including you. The players who say, "Oh, my team's bad," and then exclude themselves from the conversation are typically the worst players on the team.
What I will say is, when I'm playing with my friends and I mess up, I own up to it. But I'm also very open. I'm very open to saying jungle difference. I'm very, very open to saying jungle difference as well.
It's called a lot in the streams, yeah.
You know, I'm very open to conceding that sometimes I may look. There are ways that I can improve in League of Legends. I'll admit, but then I look at my teammates and I'm like, everything you do needs to improve. You know what I mean?
That's God, you can't think that way in League.
But you know what? I enjoy that game. So.
I will not play League of Legends.
I heard Maddox used to get
Nah, man. They heard wrong, dude. They heard wrong. What they didn't hear was I used to play Yorick jungle and got from bronze 4 to gold 2, gold 3.
Okay, so you trolled all your teammates every single
dude,
game.
I solo carried myself to gold from bronze using that one role.
Okay, but you just said you can't carry though.
Well, I said I'm not answering that. I said I played the 5th on that. I played the 5th.
I still
that
think
nonsense.
It's like so much easier to carry in CS. Like what rank did you guys get in CS? Like
I didn't play Counter-Strike like that.
All Silver 2 monkeys, right?
Oh, okay. So you barely even.
The difference is in Silver 2 there's such a big skill disparity. I find.
Yeah. You get so many steps at that level as well.
Exactly. So it's really hard, right? In my opinion. Look, I don't aim to rank up in CS:GO. Though. I aim to have fun. I will play SMG only on Dust 2 whenever I want, you know?
I can't do CS, man.
It gives you more ways to get out of
Apex, though. I feel like Apex has similar mechanisms.
In the sense that they're first-person shooters, I guess, yeah.
Actually, they're pretty different. I would compare Apex more to, like, Valorant, actually.
I wouldn't even compare those two.
CS and Valorant are the most similar, but Valorant. Look, I think we've had this chat before. If not,
screw Valorant.
Valorant is garbage.
It's just not a fun game, man. And anyone who you can say that, you can say, "Oh, he says that because he's not good." I will openly admit that I only played like an hour of it and didn't play well. But I just remember the entire time, and I know you're gonna say, "Oh, you just need to turn your brain off." I just remember like every 10 seconds, just like, "Okay, why does this game do this? Why do all the abilities for the most part look the same, but they're different colors?"
Valorant is a competitive styled game, so please turn your brain on. I know you have difficulty with that, but please try.
The game didn't look good for one. And then it's like, why do you have to buy your abilities every round? Shouldn't your character abilities, if it played like Overwatch?
I don't care about that.
Oh, I do, because then it's like, who gives a shit about the abilities?
My beef is some abilities are so broken and some are useless. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't even play enough to know.
Imagine having a wall that could just block a whole pathway on a 3-point map.
Gotta go somewhere else.
Like what?
But Sage sucks in general to play against because it's like as a Counter-Strike player, it's like you hit someone, you call out like, oh, they're tagged 80, and then in Valorant, like I'm playing with my mates or all CS players, and you tag someone, they're like, oh, I tagged them like they're one shot. It's like, oh, just kidding, it's a Sage. She's probably gonna heal them. Or it's like, oh, they have a Sage on their team. They're gonna heal.
That's really annoying too.
I really hated the healing aspect of that game. Like that ruined it for me. Like the entire like competitive nature was just gone with how many people have heals and just. It's just so pointless. It's just like, oh, it takes so much skill out because it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
so
everyone's
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. In terms of shooters, how do you guys rate the time to kill in games? So for me, I would say the highest time to kill is Fortnite, just because people's like.
Oh, you got it. Well, if we're talking modern games, you gotta play Hyperscape before you say that. Hyperscape has the largest time to kill.
Okay, I haven't
and I like it because it reminds me of Unreal Tournament, which was my favorite game as a kid.
I feel like time to kill in Unreal Tournament was low.
It was. I also don't think a battle royale game. I don't think a battle royale game should have as long of a time. If you're chasing people around the map for 5 minutes, I can't do it. Yeah. Fortnite, I never played. Again, the aspect of having to build just never appealed to me.
My beef with Fortnite is that like at some point people either I was really bad or people got good, but I noticed a lot of people just start turtling in Fortnite. And it's not fun for me. It's not fun.
You don't stop building stuff.
Yeah,
I'm too small brain to comprehend fighting and then also building at the same time. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean I can do it, and like I had a good amount of wins in Fortnite, but at some point it just stopped being fun, you know. At some point, like it's too much, man. It's time to come out your little box fort, shoot me, pal.
I'd rather play Apex. This whole like Apex, in my opinion, this whole short time to kill thing started with Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty has changed first-person shooters and shooters in general so much that I don't even like the genre anymore, for the most part.
CS:GO has the perfect time to kill. I really do.
Oh, I don't know about that, man.
It's satisfying when you kill someone, and at the same time, when someone kills you, I don't really feel like, wow, there's nothing I could have done.
See,
the exception is if someone cheeses me with an AWP or something. Fine.
I think we value different types of shooters. So, like, I grew up with like Quake and Team Fortress. I want to play games like that where you don't have a limit on how many weapons you can carry, and the weapons are on the map, and you run around, pick them up, and frag people. I don't want to play like 3 taps and you're gone. But I also don't want to play a game where I'm chasing you for 5 minutes to finish the kill.
Okay, one thing that I will say is like, as of right now, I feel like 3 taps and you're gone is the most successful. Call of Duty has it. CS:GO has it.
Is it the most successful because it works, or is it the most successful because the genre has been homogenized?
I think it's just it keeps your attention span in there, right? Like,
yeah.
Because if
the
you're
thing with
right, but what I'm saying is like Call of Duty has homogenized first-person shooters so much that like newer fans don't realize that there's another way to play there are different types of way to play the game.
Call of Duty is that it's not rewarding because there's not really that much. There's not so much skill involved compared to the game like CS:GO.
I'm never going to talk about skill in a game because like when I see these like top level CS players, yeah, but like, can we really objectively say that there's no skill like if we're objectively saying there's no skill involved in any game, and don't get me wrong, I don't like Call of Duty either, but I'm not gonna say it takes no skill because like why aren't we playing professionally then?
A better way to put it is that in Call of Duty specifically, as far as I'm aware, the recoil is random.
I just think Call of Duty is too much. If whoever sees who first wins, I don't like first person shooters like that. I don't like I saw you first, you're dead. I want to play that. I kind of like. I want a survivability game. I think Rogue Company has it, which I like. That's why I like playing Rogue Company. I think Apex has it, which is why I like playing Apex.
Game, why do you not like the time to kill in Hyperscape?
Hyperscape's too long. Have you seen? You got to watch people play Hyperscape.
Hyperscape confuses the fuck
You're literally. I'm not lying. Craig O'Mac and I chased a guy because Craig O'Mac played with me. We chased a guy for like 4 minutes trying to finish the kill. because it's too long. You're like chasing the guy around the map doing damage because you regenerate health as you run away, right? And you have these abilities that can like bounce you around the map, can teleport you, can do. It's just like, oh, I didn't want to chase this ass anymore, man.
How do you feel, Maddox, then about the new time to kill in Apex?
I like the new. I first off think this is the best season of Apex Legends.
My Twitter's been obliterated by this man.
You reckon
It's the best season because now it's about positioning, which is what Apex Legends should have always been about. Apex Legends should have always been about positioning and not who found the best loot first. So this season got rid of a lot of the RNG because you can drop without finding a shield and literally have. Oh God, the Evo shield system's so good, and the fact that they're not as strong. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm about to gush over Apex.
No, you're right. I think I just have like a slightly like differing opinion.
Let's hear it.
I think the Evo shield changes are good, but I think the time to kill is like, it's so short now, and some of the weapons that they have on the map are just so like strong, and I think everything else needs to sort of. I just feel like it's way too quick, the time to kill. Like,
energy weapons need a rework. 100%. All of them.
Main meta, it's just like driving me a little bit wild. I won't lie, but I think that
all the energy weapons are too strong. All of them.
It's so strong, and there's like no audio on them half the time. Like, I mean, I'm not super sweaty about Apex. I watch like a lot of competitive Apex and stuff like that, and like that sort of seems to be the main complaint, is that because they've lowered the time to kill, it brings down the skill gap, so it makes it easier for people that are worse at the game to be better at the game, because they don't have to stay on target and they don't have to hit as many shots. And like, I think someone was saying with the Volt, you only need to hit like 40% of your shots.
Oh yeah, the Volt. Well, and I think the devotion is just.
Talking about this OG SMG, right? Is that the devotion?
Yeah. The Volt's the SMG. It's incredibly strong, but I think the devotion light machine gun's pretty disgusting too. You can.
Devotion's the LMG, right?
It's an LMG that starts slow and then picks up. Oh God, man!
And dude, I did so well with that.
Yeah,
I was on your stream. I was popping off, dude.
Wait, whose stream?
Your stream.
Oh, you weren't popping off on anybody. Shut up. I don't ever want to talk about playing Apex Legends with your ass again. That was you and Gene the Keen. I wanted to cry that day because that was like a big stream event. We had like 9 or 10 people doing a kill race, and I was like, okay, yeah, we were all doing kill races, but I wanted everyone to play, so I was like, okay, I'll play with the 2 new people. Since I think I've played the longest, I wasn't expecting you to troll. You were trolling. You were trolling. Yes, you were. You were trolling, and then Gene the Keen started trolling.
Look, Sam, what happened was I was installing the game at the same time, right? So you know how half the textures aren't there?
Yeah.
He played with the game not loaded. He couldn't see shit. And then was like, well, and then I was like, well, I was trying to be, no, this is the part where it's trolling. Here's the trolling part. I tried to be nice and say it in a nice way. I was like, well, don't you want to wait for the game to load before you play? And then, here I am thinking that I was helping you by loading in the game before it loaded. But okay, excuse me. And G the Keen's back there like, yeah, stop being mean to him. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what? So Maddox, you was a little buzzed, yeah.
I was drunk as hell, man.
This man was roasting me and Gene. Okay, I was trying to be nice. I'm like, look, Gene, this Maddox guy is kind of mean, isn't it? And Maddox is just going off.
You guys were pissing me off, though.
Himself, right? He said, you know what? I'll take the new guys, right? So why are you taking the new guys and flaming them?
Well, because you guys weren't. At first, you guys tried to play, and then Gene got mad because her microphone wouldn't work, so she just stopped giving a shit. And you knew you were annoying me, so then you just kept egging it on. So yes, that's why I got frustrated. And I even said that because one of you guys were like, "Well, why are you being an ass?" I was like, "Probably because you guys are trolling now. You guys aren't even like trying to play. You're trying to. You're trolling."
Look, all my life, I actually wanted to do well in Apex. Okay.
And then when you realized you couldn't, you started trolling. No. You got more entertainment value out of frustrating me than you did trying to play better. Okay, look at that smile. That smile says it all.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna deny that. However, what I will say is I did not start playing Apex, and I did not continue playing Apex with the intent to frustrate you. The fact that you got frustrated, however, was enjoyable. But that was not the goal.
It encouraged you. Yeah, it wasn't the goal. Just like my goal was not to put up with trolls, and then next thing I know, here I am playing with trolls all day.
Come on, man.
Conversely, I played with a girl named Brittany Bazaar and her boyfriend that stream, and they both literally just downloaded the game. We played 3 games together, and we finished second place all 3 games. That's how I know you guys were trolling. Because you can't say it was because you're new. No, because they listened. They listened to what weapons to pick up. They listened to where we're supposed to go. They listened. I would tell you, you had the Mozambique, and I was like, hey, what weapon do you have? Mozambique. Do you think you can replace it? No, dude, this is a good weapon. No, it's not. Drop it.
Straight up trolling. If you're using the Mozambique, you're just hard out trolling. That's like, surely not. Like, you can't seriously be using Mozambique.
Oh my god! I explained what was wrong with it multiple times, and you still had it.
You know what? What's wrong with that though?
Oh
my god! No, hold on.
You're allowed to play the game however you want. I never told you how not to play the game, but you guys frustrated me.
Apex Mule, okay?
Apex Mule.
I just want to have fun playing Apex Legends, and I feel like your try-hard attitude in here.
Yeah, because we were having a kill race, so yes, I was trying, but we had a kill race that I couldn't win because I had dead weight on both ankles.
Okay, but you could still have gotten all those kills and won the race without us.
I couldn't have because I was trying to pick you guys up, and then literally Gene would land and be like, "My mic's not working. Hold on, I gotta fix this."
I'm Apex rank, guys. I'm the freaking Apex Predator rank or whatever.
I'm not Apex Predator. Not this season. Probably won't be either. I'm not playing ranked anymore. I just realized there's just we talked about this a little bit, and I think someone mentioned it in chat. Pokemon was asking about getting better at games. What did he say? I just don't care anymore because, like, I'm never gonna be pro, right?
So then, how are you gonna tell us? How are you gonna tell us to, like, we gotta listen to you and play?
Because I know more about the game than you do, you stooge. That's how. I know way more about the game than you do.
You don't care about improving.
I said now, like, looking at this season, I don't think I'm gonna play any rank because I just don't care anymore. I just don't. That was like 4 months ago where we had a kill race in the stream.
Actually, that was that long ago.
That was a long time ago, man.
Frick, I'm so old.
Fuck Assassin's Creed Leroy Rambler. That series is awful. And fuck the other series by Ubisoft. What's the other game? The Far Cry? Fuck those games too. Yeah. Ugh. Those games make me sick, dude. I don't want to change your mind. I just don't want to play those games. What, the new Assassin's Creed?
Wait, sorry, Sam, did you say Blood Dragon?
I said Blood Dragon was good.
I didn't play that one.
Man, Blood Dragon is a kind of game you would probably love.
No, because it's based off Far Cry. Probably not.
But it's based in it's got like a 70s aesthetic. Oh, but you were born in the 1920s.
Does it play like Far Cry?
No, actually, I don't think it does.
I would argue that it does. It's very similar to like game mechanics. I mean, like the weapons.
The mechanics are similar.
The
story and the development is different, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's very like.
Far Cry have a very somewhat depressing story.
Type stuff, but like I don't think Far Cry 3 and like Blood Dragon were good. I think number 4 was like, in my opinion. Yeah, number 4 I played a little bit of it, but I just couldn't really get into it. Like, but I just think 3 was really good. Having said that, going back and playing a bit of 3, I was kind of like, yeah, like it's. I think it's a bit of nostalgia for a lot of people. Is really saving 3. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. Look, I'm just a huge fan of the writing of the characters, especially like everyone hypes up Vas Montenegro. Right? I think he's one of the best villains ever. I really do. I really like him.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe so much nostalgia. He carried that game. I will say that.
Yeah, hard out. But also like number 4 just went downhill, and then like we got
Far Cry 5 was like non-existent. I think I watched Maddox stream it one time.
And one of the worst nights of my life on Twitch. I couldn't. I turned the game off. I couldn't play it.
Far Cry 5. This guy's like, Far Cry 5 sucks.
I don't ever want to play it again. It's just no, man. I hated it. That was probably the worst stream I've ever had, to be honest with you.
Really?
Nothing's worse than streaming a game you don't like. You don't know. Yes, that's the worst. Like the worst thing that you can do in a stream is play a game you don't like, but like not really having any idea what to do because like I don't know about you guys, but like I try to think a lot of my my broadcasts out. So like I literally try to like if it's a stream day that morning, I want to know what I'll be playing, right?
You just read the chat, right?
Yeah. Bro, this is like an episode of Game Grumps. Maddox is acting. Yeah. YOUSAF is. I don't know. What is? I'm old. What's Game Grumps? What's Game Grumps? Fill me in.
They're like.
I don't know any of the stuff.
This is two guys, Dan and Aaron, and they play games, isn't it?
Why don't, dude? You know what would be super hype?
The important part is that I'm Danny Sexbang.
Here's what. Wouldn't it be hype if we did this like we're doing and then played a game too?
Wouldn't we play Apex?
Wouldn't it be hype if we stream?
Oh, I don't together. But like no, but like okay, like we have the setup like we have now, but then in the bottom right, the game that we're playing, we could all play. Yeah. We could play Hello Kitty MMO or something. I'd be down to play.
Among Us next week, eh?
Dude. Do you guys have Among Us? We should totally like in the stream. We should in the stream playing Among Us tonight. Why not? Something different. If we all have it, why not?
Okay, we're gonna need more people though. That's it. Otherwise, yeah.
Hey, everyone in chat, go download Among Us. It's $4.99 and we can play multiplayer. There you go. That's how we'll close the podcast tonight. Maybe YOUSAF could carry you in Apex. You're sillier than hell thinking YOUSAF could carry me in Apex Legends. Sam could probably carry me because I've seen Sam play. Sam's tracking is pretty legit.
Mate, can I just say, minus chat, you guys are the most loving people. Okay.
Yeah, I foster a positive community. Hi, Rain.
Me, okay, who the hell are you?
You the chat so they don't roast you.
No. They said I was Will, and he was freaking Uncle Phil. Okay.
Rain, what if I just gifted you the game?
Just suggested, what if YOUSAF carries you in Apex? That's incredible.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. First off,
my awful jokes that you guys always are mean about.
Among Us is $30. Oh, it's free on mobile. Holy crap!
Free on mobile, yeah.
Holy crap! Well, then I should have gotten the mobile version because I definitely didn't know it was free. I paid for the game. I bought the game on Steam, yeah, but I also bought Town of Salem. Why not?
Oh yeah, you have to buy. I'm buying off.
Yeah, dude, isn't it crazy that Town of Salem went from being free to play to $5?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
God, that's so obnoxious.
Free to play to leaking my password and email address.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
what the I was kind of like, what the hell? Yeah.
God. So let's talk about Among Us because that's something we want to. We want to talk about games that we're playing.
With my UK mates, you know. So look, my relationship with them is pretty much entirely online because I'm not in the UK, right?
Right.
But I still feel pretty close to them because I grew up with them and everything. And playing Among Us really, like it was just so fun. I can't stress enough. It's such a like, I don't know how to put it. Honestly, I would rank it higher than Town of Salem. So Town of Salem, the benefit is you get more roles, right? There's more things to do.
Like the roles in Town of Salem.
I like how Among Us is simple but still complex. As in, because the fact that you can free roam around the map and stuff and like assassinate people, whatever, it gives you more kind of free thinking, if that makes sense. Town of Salem. So I played Town of Salem and there was a ranked in it, and I think I hit the peak rank. I think it was 6. Look, my ELO was pretty high in Town of Salem for a while. I know it's cringe. Okay, I know. So I did it. I got super invested in that game. And to be honest, at some point, you realize that Town of Salem has an algorithm, you know. And the difference is that in Among Us, I don't think there is that. There's so
explain the Town of Salem algorithm.
Okay, so it was the same thing every single game. Okay, one town member, normally the jailer. This was a meta for a long time. Normally the jailer will reveal themselves. The reason the jailer does that is because they're a town protection, and the jailer can like.
The old protect the jailer.
Night, right. The jailer can jail someone and kill them every night, and they can kill anyone in any role. So the job of the jailer is to figure out who the bad guys are and kill them, right? So when the town is discussing, maybe the jailer's like, "Wow, this guy is sus. I'm going to kill him," or the jailer figures it out, or whatever, right? But the point is, when the jailer reveals, everyone that has like a protective role in the town, like a doctor or a bodyguard, they're supposed to be protecting the jailer. And so you do this every night until the jailer gets all the bad guys, and that was it. It was such a simple meta, right? So obviously there are ways this can go wrong or whatever. Fine, there are variables that can change the game, but for the most part, the meta was kind of the same. Among Us doesn't have a meta. It's just a bunch of because you're silent, or you're supposed to be silent throughout most of the game, except for when you're having your discussion.
Right.
So because of that, everyone just runs around like monkeys. And slowly
I
gets murdered.
think I would really prefer Among Us more than Town of Salem if it was more than 10 players. I like the player volume in Town of Salem.
The Town of Salem. Okay, the thing with Among Us is though, you
Let's
need
voice
more
chat.
imposters. I think your max is like 3 imposters. I don't know why it's max 10 players. Actually, it should be more.
Yeah,
So far, I don't have that many friends. We're not popular, you know. So there's only 6 of us normally. So we have
Yeah.
one imposter, 6 people. It's fun. But
I
if
think
that was
I
like,
get what you're saying. Sorry about like the Town of Salem, because people can just sort of like at a certain point, if you play enough Town of Salem, you can logic out basically.
exactly.
yeah, that's true.
You can figure out everyone's role so quickly once a few roles are revealed.
That's true, I suppose.
And you can just sort of like logic
So,
it down. Whereas this
It's
is a
not
bit more like
necessarily a
random.
downside though. That could be an upside if you like games that are that methodical and more of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Among Us is less of a puzzle, more of a chaotic game. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, I'm pretty unfamiliar with it. Hey, other than like I know it's been suggested to me a fair few times on stream. And I was planning on streaming it tonight, as well. But like you like sort of solve like puzzles and stuff like that as well, and then like is there voice chat? Or just text chat?
There is
like,
no voice chat.
There's no voice chat at
only
all.
when people kind of call you to
the meeting. Yes.
Right. Okay. So I've
Yes.
seen streamers play it like when they're on Discords together and they all like unmute when it gets to like the meeting part, I guess, and then they all like talk on voice there. So I just assumed that that was like a built-in function, but I guess it's just text chat.
No, yeah. It's all the game. The game itself is all text chat. Yes.
Okay, right.
Max, he said, because the maps are too small. They're making Among Us.
Yeah, they've announced Among Us 2 already. They don't have a release date for it, but it's coming.
Because the original game is like it's super simple.
Yeah, but man, isn't it? It's just like a lot of fun. My only thing is like, gosh, I've played probably 40 games, 50 games. I've not been the imposter once, and I just want to try the. And I've been crewmate every game.
Me and my mates, like we pretty much confirmed this, okay? Because yesterday there were 2 people that were mainly getting imposter the whole time, and today it was the same thing. It was me and someone else, right? So I think that the game does not randomize imposter. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It focuses on certain people sometimes. I'm not sure why, but at least from because we ran a lot of games. I'd say we played maybe 40, and we played maybe 40 games, probably more, and because the games are quite short, and all of those, the imposters would like we found that like some people were getting imposter a lot more than other people. So my theory is that it's probably based on your session ID. So you know when you start, some games have session IDs. Yeah. So it's probably based on that. So the way I'm gonna compare it to League of Legends. The way League of Legends works, when you have like different, I know. So when you're in a draft pick, like people pick their characters one by one, right?
Yeah.
And the players are sorted. So the way League works is each character has like a Riot ID, and then they like there's a bunch of numbers attached to it in the Riot algorithm. And what they do, I'm such a nerd. And what they do is they
Some iPad stuff.
basically the order that you're in will always be the same if you're in the same group of 5 people in League of Legends. The order that you pick your champions will always be the same. The reason being is that they do it based on your Riot IDs, and that's never going to change. So obviously, if you're with a different arrangement of people, it's going to be different. But let's say you play with 4 other people in a game of ranked or whatever, and then you queue up with those same 4 people, you will always be in the same picking order. I think Among Us does something similar where, based on your session ID, it's really, really likely, like you get imposter a lot more often than other people.
That's crazy. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Okay, but here's the thing. Technically, with computers, it's impossible to fully randomize.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't fully generate a random number. That being said, you're right, because there's way better ways to do it than this. I'll tell you that now.
Is there
So
not
Max
like
said it himself. We did 39 last night. 2 people got 13 on 39 imposter each. 66% of the time, the same 2 people. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So, Daniel says, on the topic of games that ruins friendships, ever hear of Dokapon Kingdom? And what's that Snow Betrayal game? I've never heard of Dokapon Kingdom. I looked it up. This looks kind of. It looks goofy. It's a party game, so that's kind of cool. It looks like it's a Mario Party kind of game.
Oh, you know what? Pummel Party. Have you
What?
guys played Pummel Party?
No, I see people streaming that now though. You brought it up a week or 2 ago, and then I saw it on Twitch shortly after.
Me and my mates played Pummel Party for a bit, and I'm not gonna lie, some friendships were in Pummel Party. Oh wait, you mean Dokapon King?
No, Pummel Party.
Pummel Party. PUMMEL space party. It's freaking dude, so many friendships were ruined over it. One of my mates got proper salty because he felt like he was being targeted.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah,
The Mario Party, dude. I go after one player the entire game. You gotta tilt somebody. You have to tilt someone, man.
Dude, you're such a jackass.
You have to tilt someone.
How do you like this in every game?
What do you mean? Like that? That's how
you
you.
Take a
That's
party game and you remove the party.
no. I like to tilt
Right,
players.
Sam, back me up. Come on, man.
I like. There's
toxic to
That's
just, like,
there's nothing wrong with tilt. I want someone off their game.
Mario
Then they're easily there. You can manipulate them even more because then when it's down to the nitty gritty, you can look over at them and say, "Hey, if you want me to stay off of you, you need to steal their star instead of mine." And I'm like, okay,
That's the
deal.
thing, though. That's strategy. I did that,
So
and that's why my mate felt like he was getting targeted. Because what I did was I would piss him off a bunch, but then I'd be like, you know what, D? I'll leave you alone if you help me gang up on this guy, right?
Yusuf's learning, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the strat.
Yusuf
However,
is learning.
as it turns out, some people they don't appreciate that, understandably, because we killed him like 5 times in a row. So
It's like a little
Two
bit
sides.
ratty, but
Mario Party, Kart, and Smash Bros. Ruined friendships. Smash Bros. Ruined friendships.
Oh, I never ruined. I don't think I've ever had a friendship ruined from Smash Brothers, but I'd never really played it. Anytime I would go over to someone's house and they start doing that final battle, no items nonsense, I wouldn't play. I'm not playing fucking Smash Brothers like it's Street Fighter, dude. I'm playing Smash Brothers because I want to throw a goddamn Pokeball at somebody. Like,
yeah.
I think as newer Smash Bros. Games comes out, they remove the kind of like actual skill in fighting component, and you just dick around, right?
I don't play enough to know that.
Okay, so I'll give an example. Smash Bros. Melee is by far it has the greatest skill expression of any Smash Bros. Game. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Just acknowledge that what I'm saying is correct because it is. And
Oh God.
When the newer Smash Bros. Games comes out, they're more party oriented, they're more family oriented. That's great. So much fun. The issue is when people start taking the newer games seriously, and then they're like, you know what, let's 1v1. Because the new Smash Bros, I don't think it's that balanced of a game. It's a really fun game, but I'm not going to be like, yo, 1v1 me, bro. Like, this is my pride on the line. You know what I mean? Because
Man,
the game's not balanced. You know what I mean? And
there
people
was
do that. People lie, do that.
a
My friends do that.
we had a little game shop in Louisville when I lived there, and they wanted to do like just kind of like a party get together for the Smash Brothers release. No money, nothing serious. Just like, hey, let's order pizza. We'll have some sodas. We'll have a few TVs plugged up, and we'll play Smash Brothers through the night. Dude, there were cats showing up. No. There were people showing up like wanting to know what the prize pool was, and everyone was like, there is no prize pool. What did I come here for? Like they were wanting to like oh, dude, like people like competitive Smash players. There were like 10 or 11 of these guys who showed up and wanted to know like, why aren't you guys playing for money? It was nuts, man.
Here's the thing. So I think first or second podcast, we discussed worst video game communities, right?
You think it's Smash? I still think it's League. I still think League's.
Community, no, I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but it's one of the worst. The Smash community. Look, this is a kids fighting game, but oh my god, some of these people are the smelliest, the most obnoxious. Smelly is a valid adjective.
That's like GameStop.
That community also has a massive
They're so
problem with,
toxic.
like, sexual allegations
And
towards moms as well.
Recently, a lot of people, they got exposed for stuff like pedophilia.
Smash Brothers? Explain. Explain. I didn't know this.
So, go on, Sam.
So, this is I'm not fully over it anymore because it happened a few months ago now, and I think stuff is still probably coming out about it. But a lot of like the players that played at like Evo, which is like the big sort of like fighting Smash tournaments and stuff, a few of like the bigger names came out as being found out to be grooming children, and like a lot of gross justification was like, oh, these like young girls or young boys were like 15, like, so it's okay, like type of deal. Was like what some of like these people that were involved in this situation were kind of like, oh, well, they weren't like kids, they were teenagers. And it was just like you're really going to be defending these child predators because those are children at that age. And it was just like, it was just not a good look for the community on one, with all the bigger names coming out, like, or being exposed. And then also a lot of other names kind of like backing them up, or like not really like, they were kind of just like normalizing it in a sense. And it was just a bit like, fucking disgusting to say the least. Oh,
I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. But like,
Yeah.
Max is like, I went to a Smash tournament at uni. Sorry.
Are we allowed to swear on this, by the way?
Dude, you sweared like an hour ago.
What do you think about Beyblades?
Fuck Beyblades. I'm not even gonna get into it.
I don't know. Sure. I know I slipped up previously, but I've been trying.
I don't give a shit, man. I don't care.
Max, he says, I went to a Smash tournament at uni. The amount of screeching is absurd. That's what I mean. So the Smash tournament, I don't know how to put it. It's like these guys are the most socially inept people ever. Smash tournament, Smash community, sorry. And they're all like this. There's very few exceptions.
Yeah,
Some of them are literal monkeys.
I mean,
You know, I think I can probably tolerate it because I used to do the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card get-togethers at the local bookstore, and
Trust me, Smash Bros is worse. Yu-Gi-Oh is bad.
oh, I don't know, man. I would love. I wish I could go back in time and record some of the people I met at these like
the D&D community can be pretty weird sometimes.
Dude, there's some
Okay, so
cool.
you know
Dude, I'm really trying to get a D&D. Dude, can we get
I
some
don't
D&D in this stream or what?
I would love to play D&D.
Let's get a D&D campaign going. We should invite like 2 other people to play with us and have like a 5-player campaign, and we can all learn because I don't know anything.
Okay, so
I've
I've tried being a DM, and it's not that we didn't have fun, but I improvised a lot and we messed around a lot.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say. So you guys probably like. I think we should stick to the rules a bit more. So I'd like to play as a character.
We should get someone like whoever in our community is the most knowledgeable in terms of rule sets and stuff. They should be our DM.
Yeah,
for sure.
I have a bloke that hangs around my chat a bit, and he said he's been playing D&D for 8 years now, and he's been DM for like majority of it. Like he's played like 2 games, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd be happy to run a campaign for you sometime," because I was like loosely talking about it. So like,
Hey,
you guys,
There you go. We should
I
do.
have a question for you guys. Though. Are you guys gonna like? Are we gonna role play?
Hell, I am. I like stuff like that.
I'm down to do that a bit. But
I'm down.
You know, I want to like mess around a bit.
I'm gonna talk like this because I'm a big barbarian and I hate everybody. I'm super ready for this, dude. I might not even wear a shirt on that stream. Are you allowed to not wear shirts on Twitch? I'm not sure.
You gotta cover your nips, right?
I'll put some leaves on my nips and I'll be like a forest barbarian who lives in the woods. Howling and shit, dude.
If you don't wear a loincloth to the freaking D&D
Oh, I like how you think.
Max,
Loincloth
bro,
City, baby.
People put PSAs online to use deodorant and shower before turning. So here's the thing. I said the Smash community was toxic, but you know what? The Smash community is the worst of everything. They have no hygiene.
Oh my god, he's really hating on
They're
Smash.
weirdos, and I love Smash.
Why are you hating on Smash like that? Why are you hating on the Smash community?
The competitive Smash scene is the worst.
You know, I've never really been super into any competitive scene.
But here's the thing, right?
I would love to. I think it's probably changed. Go ahead.
The D&D community is weird, but that's it. Some of them, maybe they smell, but this is a stereotype. But the Smash community are confirmed as being the smelliest people on earth.
Who confirmed this?
I'm telling you.
No, you said confirmed.
No, this is an axiom of the universe.
An axiom, he says. Okay. This is an undisputed truth, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm begging you, please go to a competitive Smash tourney and just.
I feel like couldn't we really say that about anything though?
I'm gonna say I told you so.
Like go to a Magic the Gathering tourney. Like you don't think you're gonna have outliers like that too?
But that's the thing. MTG, right? Yeah, those guys are smelly, but are they toxic?
I don't know.
That's the thing. Smash Bros has all of it. They're toxic. They're smelly.
Oh
they're
my
weirdos.
god. Oh my god.
D&D, they might be smelly. They're probably weirdos.
This guy's coming up with generalizations out of the ass tonight, man.
I think as well with D&D, right? You have to have some.
There's a D&D PC thing. It's called Roll20, so we can all use.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty legit.
Really good, great.
Like at a base level though with D&D, right? You've got to have some social skills, right? Like at a very base level, because it is very heavy on the communicating with everyone else. So and even like playing a character, like role playing a character, like sure it might not be itself, but you're still having like some form of like social understanding within that world and within the other people you're playing with, for the most part, I imagine.
Hey, real quick though.
You're right.
Real quick. Can I persuade you guys to do like a Star Wars tabletop?
No.
Really? Not Star Wars? Why not?
I have beef with Star Wars. That's literally it.
What's your beef with Star Wars?
You know what? Here's the deal. We'll do it, but we have to do like a normal basic ass D&D first, because I know we're not experienced.
Sure, that's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Reason being is that if we hop into a Star Wars one straight away and someone whips out some fancy ass spell like, yo, I have a freaking quadruple lightsaber I just pulled out my bum, right? We're not gonna be.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna have rules where you can't have quadruple lightsabers in your fucking
right,
bum.
The thing is,
No hiding weapons in your ass, guys.
I think as well, like it depends on like the DM that we had though. Like
yeah, it does depend on the DM. But the point I want to make is that like these homebrew like D&D campaigns, they're great, but they're never going to be as fleshed out as like just picking up 5e and picking up the starter thing and just doing that.
But again, I think that depends on your DM. Like if your DM is switched on enough, then they can sort of improvise and flow. Like I know like one of my mates who used to run campaigns for us. He'd been a DM
Here's
for
another thing though, like having a magic DM that's like super experienced, he might not want to deal with a bunch of monkeys.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be okay with it. If we explain like, hey, we're super new to the game, I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do this.
You're right. But if we say we're super new to the game, we want to do a Star Wars campaign, they might not be able to do
Yeah,
that.
but I'm sure there's like Star Wars tabletop for beginners too, though, right? Yeah. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a rule set that's no different than like a standard D&D campaign.
For Star Wars, there probably is actually. There's a lot of anime ones I know, but those are really small. But for
dude, what in the hell? An anime.
There's a 7 Deadly Sins one. There's probably one for Bleach. There's some for Dragon Ball, I bet.
I'm passing on. I'm not playing those 7 Deadly Sins or Dragon Ball tabletop.
Just to be clear, you dress up as like Princess Leia or whatever, but you're not going to dress up as like Goku.
Oh, I'm not. I have no issues dressing up as anyone. I'm just not doing Dragon Ball Z. I don't care. I'm not going to shoot Kamehameha waves at people all day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be a smuggler if we do a Star Wars tabletop. Thank you very much.
Okay, here's the deal. Can I be Han Solo?
Dude, we're making characters, fool.
I want to be Han Solo.
You're not gonna be. You can be a smuggler.
Can my character be San Holo?
Oh my God, you're gonna name. Yeah, actually, that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun if you made a smuggler and named them San Holo.
And you could wear the thing.
Oh my God, small brain here. No, I don't want to know. You're Holo and an EDM artist. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. He is. Yeah, I love San Holo. I just remember.
Oh Jesus Christ, I'm not interested. Nah, San Holo pass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep on that one. Right here, right now. Is that how it goes?
Oh.
That was a clutch song back in the day, dude.
Yeah, sounds like a Beyblade song.
Oh my God, screw Beyblades.
You can't change my mind, dude.
Dude, what if you know what? I would do a Beyblades tabletop just to do it. And you know what? My character would basically just walk around and destroy your Beyblades.
Can we do a Beyblade D&D? Yo, that would be sick.
I would be down for Beyblades D&D. Why is I think I'm dropping frames. I don't know what's going on today.
Can my character be someone who doesn't use Beyblades but just bullies you guys for using Beyblades?
Well, no, I'm gonna play a character who breaks everyone's Beyblades. Like that's already been decided. Like, there's just no questions asked. Let me close out of all this stuff, see if that fixes it.
You guys are just going to bully me while I play Beyblade and D&D.
Basically, yeah.
God, man.
That hurts, you guys.
That's Beyblades! Hey, how was the, is everything looking good on the broadcast for you guys? Because it's acting up on my end.
That guy on the top left, he's freaking fun.
Oh, God. He's already you're so in love with yourself, it's not even funny, man.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing if you actually look good. Oh, got him. Oh, he's sad.
I could be a model. But look, that's what
I could be a model, this MF says.
I share my love with someone else when I do not love myself, Maddox.
That's true.
I should just love myself as much as possible, and then I can love everyone.
Oh,
we should focus on loving myself. You know?
Well, you see what Craig just said, though, right? Look what Craig just said.
Yeah, look sexy. The only sexy guy on the stream is bad guy.
That's right. That's right. The only sexy guy in the stream.
Craig Mack was like up here to me, you know. But now he's a little lower, but he's still pretty high up. Because I know he's joking, so it's okay.
You're just a fool. Sorry.
I think it's a respectable call. Like, Maddox has got like the leather jacket and the switchblade. That's all I know.
Hey.
He has no leather jacket.
I do have a leather. Why? We're not doing this argument about the leather jacket again. I have one.
Because you don't have one.
I do have one.
Prove it.
I don't have to.
F your IPAs.
He's an IPA drinker, man. He's about it. He's about it.
Respect.
Is it you like IPAs? Are you an IPA guy? You don't really drink. I don't get the vibe that you're a drinker, personally.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a pretty straight edge kid. I am. It's mainly for religious reasons though, not because like I'm a skinhead or whatever.
Okay.
Well, I'm obviously not, but yeah, I I don't know why I even met. Okay,
Not because I'm a skinhead, huh? I don't think anyone was confused on your disposition.
Okay, I'm good. But yeah, I am. I just want to make Mama proud, you know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I respect it, man. I think that's super cool.
If I ever go to a party, and to be honest, my mates have a lot, and like I have a lot of fun. There, don't get me wrong. The issue is like I'm always playing this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's fine until someone vomits. Then it's like.
We've had this conversation before about vomiting.
Have.
Don't vomit at a party, guys.
Don't vomit at a party, okay?
If you're getting that drunk, just don't do it. If you've never been to a party before, these kind of things happen, dude. God, that's so aggravating.
Right? Yeah, I am.
Hey, well, so now we know who we're gonna call from now on. If we party too hard, YOUSAF, please come here.
Honestly, if you talk to me like that again, then I will do it.
I will call you and be like, please pick us up, please.
Can you go like? Mwah?
No, not at all. I don't know what your obsession is with me smacking my lips in your ear.
It's like giving a kiss, but like through the internet.
I don't want to give you a kiss.
You know how in person you might blow a kiss to someone, or even through a video. But what if you just go mwah to your microphone? Then it travels through the cable.
I'm not doing that, man. I'm not doing that. It's not gonna happen.
Do you want me to leave if you guys are doing that? I can just.
I want you to stay because I need a witness.
Look, Maddox, man. You know, we had this chat before, but Sam, what do you think about spooning your homies?
Okay? I'm a very prickly person when it comes to being touched. Like I don't like it. Like I'm
with anybody or
like with my with a partner.
Yeah,
but like I just genuinely don't like being touched. I don't like being hugged by people. Like I'll shake someone's hand, but like when I meet my friends and stuff, like even then I'll just sort of be like, sup, like maybe shake their hand, but like I don't really like being like unless I like my significant other.
I'm willing to respect that boundary. You know, for most people, like they're getting a hug, you know, maybe a smack on the arse, depending on how much I like them.
Like one of my mates, when he's intoxicated, he gets very huggy and like very lovey, and I'm always like to him, nope, please, like just get off me. Like I don't like wanna.
That's not cool. I'm not gonna. No, I wouldn't ever like force that. That's weird.
Yeah. I nothing wrong with like.
You know.
You don't need to be hugging on anyone, guys.
Are you a touchy guy?
Not
You
really.
already know I'm a touchy guy, dude. I'd be touching people's faces and that. I'd be stroking beards.
You'd be touching hair.
Yeah, I don't want anyone stroking my beard.
No, I haven't made
unless
the
I
nicest curls. Okay. He's
what?
freaking from Guyana, right? I have a friend with like really nice curls, and he's from Guyana.
You just run your you run your fingers through his hair, right?
I don't run my fingers through it. I like bounce it because it's so like springy.
You're an interesting cat, man. You're an interesting cat.
That's too intimate, though, you know.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, that's intimate, but that's not weird.
Okay, well, if I do anything with a stupid voice and stuff you do is weird too.
Wait a minute, I'm not running my fingers through people's hair and bouncing their hair like basketballs.
Well, look, I could do your voice, and then everything that you do would be really funny too. Like, hey guys, let's play Fall Guys. Here, kick.
Hey, watch me get a win in Fall Guys, unlike YOUSAF, because he's not any good at the game. He doesn't know what buttons to press.
You just make a voice and everything's funny, you piece of crap.
Why am I a piece of crap?
Because you freaking always hurt my feelings, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You'll get over it, dude.
I'm not. Okay, all right. You know what? No, on a real though, don't you just hate when someone is like, "Yo, I'm sorry you got offended." Isn't that just the worst?
I don't have that happen.
Every 2 seconds to Maddox?
I don't have that happen.
Yeah, but no, he says that to me too. So it's like it's an even relationship. I'm listening to San Holo right now.
Yeah, of course you are. That's probably why my stream's crashing because of that shit music somehow messing with my internet. I knew it. I knew it was your fault. Hey, Leroy, seriously though, Leroy Rambo wants to know when you're gonna play Cyber Sleuth, dude. He's on one about you playing Cyber Sleuth. So are you gonna make this happen or what?
I want to do that. I just don't have a second capture card yet. By which I mean, so the one I have for my camera is like, it's like a cheap ass, like $20 capture card. It works great, you know, look at me. But I want to get like a proper one for my Switch, and then I want to play Cyber Sleuth. I'm totally going to do that. I love Digimon. Did I tell you guys I love Digimon?
Digimon's a shit.
Thank you.
I agree. Hey, I see Daniel says he's like, now, is it just Daniel, or is, because like on my end, it says that my stream's experiencing issues. And I am like researching to figure out what could be causing it.
Alex, have you noticed the Fall Guys servers suck?
They were worse. They were way worse than what they are now.
So I told you a few weeks ago, my mate brought his PS4 over, or last week I think, and we played Fall Guys.
Yep.
And we were disconnecting all the time, and like the servers were hardly up. We had to keep.
Yeah, there was for a while when the game first came out, you would hang in the opening menu for the longest time and not get connected to a game. I've not noticed it doing that.
I just had it that like every time I got elimed, it would, instead of exiting me back to the menu, it would crash and say I got disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it would move me to the menu.
Console?
Nah, PC. Like it would just be like, it would just hang for like a solid like 20, 30 seconds. So I was just sitting there streaming it like having to wait.
The servers are. Because they're probably all in NA.
Could be. That could be.
Because they're new games and they're indie games, right? They're only going to chuck their servers in one location.
But I think they've got like mass amounts of support, right? Like,
yeah, but
it's crazy.
This happens with every single game that like blows up. They will never, ever be able to accommodate the growth.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
And personally, I don't appreciate that. I'm not going to say that it's a good thing, or I mean, obviously it's a bad thing, but it's not something that I personally can. I don't really sympathize with the developers in those situations. You know, it's like
you gotta think though, like the money to have that kind of infrastructure. I mean, Devolver Digital is not exactly a AAA studio.
Oh, dude, Devolver made Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, I know. I kind of thought you were gonna have some respect for that. I thought you were gonna put some respect on Devolver's name.
No, I love Devolver. Okay, you guys, Enter the Gungeon, amazing. It's also free on Epic Games. You guys should totally play that first. Can we have it cleared on stream? Exit the Gungeon is good, not as
yeah. That's how I met you too. Oh,
it's a great game. I love Fall Guys. But look, man. Look, it doesn't matter how big a game gets, okay? If you look, they're obviously raking in the big bucks while it's happening, right?
The big bucks.
It's not that hard for them to go like get on the phone like, oh, hello, is this Switzerland? Yeah, you guys got a bajillion. You guys have the whole internet over there, right? Yeah, can you give me a server?
They're probably getting that set up in lieu of season 2, right?
That's the thing. It's a lot. It's not as difficult as a developer wants you to think. Let's be real.
But
I'm sure it's more difficult than what you think, though.
Yeah, in saying that,
I'm making it sound really easy, but that's the thing. Those guys are bajillionaires now. It is easy. If they
are they really bajillionaires though? How much do you think? How much did Sony pay? Like, what's the licensing fee to make a game free on PlayStation Plus?
2 million copies on Steam alone in just a single week.
Okay.
But also, like a game like Valorant, in Australia we didn't get the beta for Valorant because coronavirus was like locking down Australia. So when Valorant went live in NA,
it was only in NA and EU, I think, right? Because I remember chatting about this with you.
Yeah, apparently we were meant to get the infrastructure here for it, but they couldn't get the server set up because of Corona. So they were just
Riot Games. Riot Games is a multi-billion.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for Riot. I will say that.
I can't stress it enough. The games are not necessarily bad, but Riot themselves are such a scummy company.
Yeah, they were just basically like, bugger it, like, you know, we'll release the full game and you guys can just wait, like.
Wait, Maddox, what's funny, pal?
Dude, you shitting on Riot, but you play the fuck out of their games. I do agree with you though. Riot's. I'm not a fan of Riot.
Money on League, or like actually, recently I haven't spent any money on League, and I'm not planning to until they make the game. But not even the game. I just want them to be better developers, man. You know?
No, you'll be waiting for a while, bud. Dude, they have a fighting game coming out. Can you believe that?
Look, I'm telling you now, the fighting game is going to be awful.
Oh, absolutely. I would be highly surprised if the fighting game was any good.
Wait, Sam, you into fighting games?
No, not at all.
You're like a Street Fighter guy, right? Because you're like a million years old.
I love Street Fighter. No, I haven't played. I never played 5.
I'm a Tekken guy.
I can't do 3D fighters. I don't like them.
Tekken is barely 3D though. Come on.
No,
It's
any
like
game
it's
that
like
has
you want
it is not a 2.5 fighting game. You're silly.
Basically,
It
you
is
like, you
not
rotate,
basically a
so all
two.
your attacks
You
are
can
based on
shift
basically-
the direction in which you attack. It's a 3D fighting game. You can't shift your direction in a 2.5D fighting game. Street Fighter 5 is a 2.5 fighting
You can
game.
shift your direction in a 2D game though as well.
No,
Street Fighter,
like there's multiple axes from which you can attack in
okay, you're right,
Tekken.
there's multiple axes,
So
but
it's
in
not
Tekken-
a 2 point or
Here's the-
even
the
like
thing
a
is-
2.5.
The thing is, the combat in the combat is entirely along one axis, even though you can move between three. Do you see what I'm saying?
But that doesn't make it 2.5. But there's only you can either go left or right in a 2.5 fighting game.
Okay, well, you know what? No, you're right. I'm sorry that I wasn't so anal that like I was. You know what? No,
You,
you're right,
you-
you're right.
like I said last week, you need to think sometimes before you say things.
You're right. No, you're right.
You need to have all your information sometimes. I want you to work on that. That's my challenge for you going into the next podcast. Before you just like say nonsense, I want you to actually have an articulate thought.
Well,
I want
okay, so this is funny. So a year ago on the Tekken subreddit, someone's like, "Question: Is Tekken 3D?" This guy says, "I have an argument with my friend if Tekken is 3D." He says something that the game uses the camera to make an illusion that it's 3D. So he means that it's not actual 3D. So is Tekken 3D or is it using some camera tricks to make it seem like 3D? And you know what they said?
I'm
They said your friend's a moron. So yeah, I guess you're right.
On
I
the
don't know.
note of,
Go on.
I was gonna say on the note of fighting games that I have no clue on, I might run to the bathroom real quick because I'm in skull and some water and some coffee. Is
Oh,
that
you're
okay?
fine. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, by all means, we can do that. We can take 5.
We
I
can take
would
5.
like to do that too then.
I'm gonna chat with the chat then.
I mean,
Hey guys, it's me. Real quick,
I'll be back in a minute.
while they bounce, you guys already know. Tomorrow night, the bad guy Maddox drinking stream, and my stream is still acting up. Nacho Mac's gonna play Fall Guys again, so let's get her the usual amount of drunk. She was pretty tipsy. She was pretty tipsy last week. It was very enjoyable for me because I very rarely get to see her that intoxicated. So you guys already know what I'm going to request. Let's get her drunk again. Street Fighter Third Strike is 2D and Street Fighter 4 is 2.5D. Yeah, exactly. But he's trying to argue that Tekken is a 2.5. You know what? Actually, Witch Doctor, I haven't even thought about that. It absolutely could be the weather. Is it storming yet? I can't hear anything with these headphones on. These are the Big Daddy Beats from like 2013, so they're super old now. I don't even really know if they're considered in style now, but they have I think 85% noise canceling. I really can't hear shit when I have these headphones on, which is why I probably talk louder than usual. That's very true. It could be the storm, and if the storm's super bad tomorrow, there's a possibility that we might not even stream, which will be super sad because I'll miss you guys. Oh, so I could just stream Sunday instead, possibly. But we'll see. We shall see, man. So, Daniel, you're working on the Phenotopia compilation. Tipsy, we're happy for some... Oh, we were super happy. We were super happy for those chicken sandwiches, man. I couldn't put mine down, Craig. And the crazy thing was, even after you guys left, they were still hot. Issues? You mean a Maddox feature? Hold on. What's the Maddox feature? Are you talking about me getting on an album? Me about to cut a freestyle? Is that what you're talking about, man? Don't be hating on my rap ability. Oh, someone's coming back. It's probably YOUSAF. So Craig, you know what my ask is gonna be? My ask to Craig and everyone else that's gonna be here tomorrow: get Nacho Mac drunk. And we also need someone to get the swear word counter going tomorrow. I should totally have a little overlay on the stream that counts how many times she swears playing Fall Guys, because I swear I don't hear her curse half as much as I do when she plays Fall Guys. She was just saying all kinds of nonsense last weekend, man. It was cracking me up. She was just all over the place, dude. Oh, man. Witch Doctor Jr. would be super bummed if you don't stream with Nacho tomorrow. The goal is to stream tomorrow, for sure. If the stream doesn't break, it's not a true Matic stream. You know, and this whole shit with my stuff disconnecting has literally just started this week. I've never had an issue with it until this week. I think my job is going to be, can I cash in 2 take a drinks tonight? Dude, if you drop some bits tonight, hey, drop bits for a double, and we'll take a double as soon as the stream starts. That's what we'll do. And then you can also I'll do bits. I'll do shots. I'll do shots tonight. If you and I will send you a personal video. I will shoot you a video of me taking those shots. Is 100% what I'll do.
So
that's my negotiation.
Drinking stream.
So Nacho Mac plays Fall Guys. Each week there's different rules, but this week she's gonna play Fall Guys again. And like I'll probably have her drink anytime she swears. I'll probably drink anytime I laugh at her. And then there's also like donos, like gifted subs, donations, and bits will cause us to take shots. We'll drink. We'll get into the heavy drinks for bits and such. Right now, probably vodka. I'm probably gonna actually drink a whiskey Coke this Saturday.
Yeah.
And get really messed up.
That was something I wanted to ask previously when we were on the topic of vomiting at parties. When was the last time you like spewed up alcohol, if ever?
I've done it twice, when both happened at a house party. One was a Halloween party. This local bar on Halloween, they had Wells drinks for $1.50, so you could get mixed drinks for $1.50. And I drank, I think my friend counted 11 whiskey Cokes. And I just remember like throwing up in his car all the way home, and then throwing up when I got home too. And then they wanted to go off the next night, and my body could not handle it. I was like, nah, I'm staying in. I was super down to go out, but dude, my stomach hurt all damn day the next day. It was rough.
I feel like I can't drink like I used to. Like when I was 18, like which is the legal drinking age here, like we would be out Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and we would like get up and work like our hospitality jobs during the day as well. And then like now it's like I have like 2 or 3 like beers, and like the next day I'm like, bro, I'm like hurting. Like it's bad. Like
yeah. But how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 23 like 10 days on the 18th. So
okay.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago I turned 23. But it's been that way for like the last like 2-3 years even. Like I just can't drink as much as I used to. Just
you can't drink like you used to, mate. You're 18 though. You're basically still 18. You're in the prime of life, man.
Yeah, but dude, 18's the legal drinking age there, so he's roughed. He's roughed his body up a little bit.
I mean, that's the thing. Like Australia has
drinking is different, yeah. Oh yeah, Aussies, they get pretty wasted.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
With Europeans for sure. Americans don't drink that much in comparison, and they throw up really quickly.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, I don't drink as like when I do drink now, and when I get like pretty rowdy now, it's a lot slower than what I used to drink. Like when I was younger, I was pretty very irresponsible, but I think it was just so heavily normalized within Australian culture, especially with like being out with like boys and stuff like that as well. It was always just like, all right, like we're doing shots, we're doing this, we're doing that, and like it was rough, but like I
swear my mates and I get drunk off beer.
What's the worst shot you've ever done? I did a 4 Horsemen, Jack, Jim, Johnny, and Jameson. Yes, I've done that, except the
4 Horsemen?
It's Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Johnny Walker. I don't remember if Jameson was the 4th in ours or not.
You guys, what's the deal with Hennessy?
It's disgusting. Oh, Hennessy's good. Have you ever mixed Hennessy and Hypnotic before? Woo! No. That shit will get me acting the fuck up, boy. That's
My mates love it though. Is it like a bougie thing?
I don't think it's I think Hennessy tastes great. It tastes great, but it fucks me up. I can't drink too much of it. Shots of Hennessy's rough, man.
Actually,
you gonna do a shot of Hennessy real quick? Is that what you're saying? Actually, for go ahead.
No, I'm just asking. Max lol, NA cannot drink for shit. Yeah, they really can't. They really. Oh, I just swore. They can't. They really can't.
Are we really bragging about alcohol consumption? Oh, you guys can't drink alcohol like we can, dude. Oh.
I don't understand why people and they throw up so fast. You guys don't drink anything. Why are you puking all the time?
Dude, I could probably outdrink you, man. Probably
You
not.
could, 'cause I
Probably.
don't drink.
I definitely could.
Okay, nice flex.
I'm just saying, I don't understand, like, I can't speak for every American. I don't know why they throw up, probably because they're doing all other kind. I think the biggest thing is they're not just sitting down and drinking. Like, no NA drinker is like having a seat at their desk with a glass of rum and coke. They're dancing. They're doing nonsense. They're like drinking kegs upside down.
That's true. People
Like-
in clubs in Europe also throw up a lot. And that's true.
I don't know, man.
They do in Oz, like it's a pretty common thing. You'll go into the bathroom. People either be in the bathrooms doing pills, or they'll be doing like they'll just be spewing everywhere.
Our big thing is coke here, man.
No coke.
I've had so many people ask me when I go out if I want to bump, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my face, dude.
You know, first party I ever went to in uni, yeah. I saw a dude doing coke, and it freaked me the hell out. I was 18. I just left the nest, you know.
It's like what the
Mother Bear said, you know, like go on, son, go be like a genius, and like I'm like, all right, you know, it's gonna be a great night, you know, we're just gonna chill, have fun. I'm like, all right, let me go take a piss real quick, and this dude is like,
man,
sees me. And the look in his eyes, it wasn't even like I wasn't afraid of him as much as I was just like, what the hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not normal. And they think I hung out with this guy in high school. He didn't snort. He wasn't snorting coke, but we were hanging out during lunch, and he was like, "Hey man, go to the bathroom with me real quick," which I thought was weird. Because why would I go to the bathroom with you?
So
yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, why is he asking me? He's like, just come in. He's like, come in real quick. I need you to like look out for me. And I'm like, okay. This dude pulls out like Adderall and smashes it on the sink and pulls out a dollar bill and snorts it. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? This is not
Why do people snort using money?
I don't know. They probably saw a damn movie and thought it was
I
cool.
don't get this because in Canada we have plastic money now, right? Like all the notes are plastic.
Yeah.
So like, is it different with paper money?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? You know how many times I've snorted something?
Alex, you seem like
Zero times. Zero times.
You could be a crackhead about it.
Nah, you better get on somewhere,
You know
man.
what? It's those voices you do. That's what makes me think you're.
Why are you on? You keep going on about these voices. Why don't you relax? Get off the voices a little bit. How about you, folk? How about you?
I'm wondering, do these voices speak to you outside of stream?
I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. They comfort me. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they hate
Pro wrestling reference for those of you who are wrestling. For those of you who fuck with wrestling, y'all know what I'm saying.
You know what's mad? You guys are both film guys, and we haven't talked about films at all.
What do you guys want to talk? I'm kind of out of practice this year. I've not watched a lot of new movies, but what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm really out of the loop.
Leroy Rambo? Oh wait, hold on. Just real quick, Yusuf, why did that Maddox hate on them dope ass Hawaiian shirts? You know what? Actually, he likes to call me out for them, but he's never hated on them.
I'm not hating on his shirts.
Yeah, man.
That's.
I think it's a good character trait.
I think they're nice. Don't flex your pecs though. That's weird, dude. What a weird flex, but okay.
He looks better in the Hawaiian shirts. That's why.
What do you guys? Yeah, what you guys think of Doolittle? Biggest movie of the year? There's no way Doolittle's the biggest movie of the year, right? That's just.
Doolittle is not the biggest film of the year. Okay, but this year there's been no film.
I'm over. Well, hold on. What's coming out? Didn't New Mutants come out today? What the hell is up with theaters opening up in America, man? Come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they open? Well, that movie, I was actually kind of pumped because I totally would have.
It's a perfect opportunity to just get rid of the cinema industry.
I think they should. I think that.
Let's go digital.
Did they not prove with Trolls World Tour of all movies that the cinema's not viable? Did you see how much money Trolls World look how much it made on digital downloads, right? I think it's causing studios to rethink the whole movie. Like,
it didn't make that much. 15.7 million.
Dude, for an at-home release, no theater release, 15.7 million's a lot.
Pretty nuts. I mean, I still love like going to the cinema though. Like I would much rather see like a new movie.
That's true. The experience is great, right?
100%.
But you can still emulate that experience without shoving like freaking 10 people in the same room.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say.
People, you know how people go to karaoke and you're in like a small booth?
My girl likes to.
I mean, we have that kind of here, like where you can go to like the cinema and it's only like it's like the gold class, so it's slightly more expensive. It's like $20 a ticket, and it's like.
I think you go with strangers, right?
I mean, you could book it out yourself. Like,
Exactly.
I don't know. I kind of like the movie going experience. Like, I saw Parasite.
What do you like?
Oh man, I still haven't. I own that, and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So I saw Parasite in the like I was in Canada at the time in Victoria, which is like off Vancouver Islands there. Or like on the
my mate Max lives.
Yeah, so I was at UVic there, the uni, and it was like a Saturday afternoon, so it was me and like all the oldies were out going to watch their like Saturday Arvo movie, and it was great. Like just being in like an audience and having like audience reactions, like it was like a packed theater of like a bunch of old people, like when we're all sitting there watching this movie with subtitles. Never would happen in Australia because everyone in Australia is like way too like fucking basic to read subtitles for a movie the whole time.
Well, that's America in a nutshell, dude. Dude, when I do movie nights in my Discord, and I'm not trying to call anyone out, but I have a couple of people who get super upset about the idea of having to watch a movie with subtitles. It blows my mind.
Wow.
I don't understand why that's such a big deal. That's never bothered me.
Subtitles.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What if I don't catch what someone's saying?
Yes, that's an even bigger reason for subtitles.
Right? Plus, like, I'm from the UK, so like sometimes you American people be talking all like howdy doody,
howdy partner,
you know? And then it's like I'm like, what the hell is this guy saying? You know what helps me with that? Subtitles.
I agree, man.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I like having them on, like regardless of the language.
Netflix has subtitles on everything. Even if it's in English, I love subtitles.
I do agree, though. I do agree that there's something to be said about a theater experience. There are some movies that I just like had a blast watching at the theater, but
about the film experience? Is it the big screen?
The communal aspect, you know. Have you never Oh my God, there have been a few movies that I can think of that were better watching with a group of people I didn't. Okay, when I went and saw Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The guy sitting next to me, I never met this guy before, and we literally just like back and forth just critique the movie. Just like pointed out things like, oh, what the fuck? Like they would never do this, or why is this in the movie?
The thing, man. You want to meet a stranger, go on Omegle, brother. Like we don't need the cinema, you know what I mean?
We don't need cinema right now, we don't need theater right now. There is no reason for any theater to open up at the moment.
So I think that cinema should be closed down for hygiene reasons. The same way I think we shouldn't have buffets anymore.
Oh, 145% agree. I'm never going to a buffet again. Never.
I think all you can eat from buffets, at least in a lot of Asian restaurants I go to in Toronto, where you have a list of things you order from and they'll bring the food to you. That's different from everyone going and getting their manky ass hands in the same bowls, the same whatever where you're getting your food from, and like all your bacteria or getting all like, you know.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
I realize I don't articulate that very well, but I think the point I'm making is clear.
I don't see the correlation to like movie theaters. I don't think they're like.
So the reason being is that in cinemas, a lot of people are in really close proximity.
Yeah, you can't really practice social distancing.
Let's be real. We didn't really care that much if someone maybe a few meters away started coughing, right?
Yeah.
If someone 4 seats away from you starts coughing in a cinema, you're not going to notice, right? But
you can't practice social distancing in an enclosed area. Like the 6 feet apart only works. To me, 6 feet apart only works in like an open environment. You can't put people in a room and say, okay, they're 6 feet apart, they're going to be safe. No, they're in an enclosed area. The germs are still going to the germs are still going to be there. I am not going to a movie right now. It's not going to happen. Probably won't happen for a long time.
Yeah, no, my brain.
Wait. Can we read what Daniel said?
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, what the fuck? I remember a friend of mine looking so worried when he saw an ad that was aired on Malaysian television where it's a guy bringing a bag of fried chicken to a movie theater. Then a group of black guys walking over to him and ask what he's eating. Then he looks at the camera and says the brand. And my friend who was not Asian was like, what the fuck? So my question is it racist to like, it's a stereotype. It's a negative stereotype. Fried chicken is a...
Like fried chicken be dark skin. It's like saying, is it racist to like Karen be like brown skinned, you know? No. But is it a stereotype? Yeah.
That ad would definitely not fly in the States. It would not. 100%.
The thing is, though, I just think that like Asian cultures are different, man. They love being racist, man.
Dude. Absolutely. Have you ever heard of I wrote a really fascinating research paper in my international studies course. It's called. Have you ever heard of the Ganguro girl fashion in Japan? Oh, dude, they dress up in blackface and like wear weaves and shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's an entire thing, dude.
Wait,
Like
this is okay. Isn't this okay? It's not like it's not blackface, but it's a little different.
no, but like there's like subcultures of this where it's all like black tropes.
From what I see in Google Images and stuff, I see it more like Juggalo stuff. You know, is that fair for me to say?
I don't see Juggalo stuff. What are you talking about,
I'm
Juggalos?
searching Ganguro girl, on Google Images, right? And like some of the first pictures, yeah. Okay, there are people that you're right. They do have dark makeup on, but they also have really, really like exaggerated makeup as well to go with it, like their eyes are like, whited out, for example. I see that more as like Juggalo type stuff than racial.
Oh no, definitely not. This is blackface, 100%. I wish I could. I need to find my paper because there's like a subset where it's all black. It's like black fashion. Let me find.
That's the thing. If there's a subset that's literally just like quote unquote black fashion, then obviously that's racist.
But I think like intent goes out the window. Like,
you're right.
Yeah, for sure.
Situations. But it's like, why do we let people get away with being juggalos then? No.
What are Juggalos doing?
So they're painting their face in white and black. Isn't that like really offensive?
No, it's clown paint.
Hey, maybe
Here he goes again, speaking on some shit that he doesn't.
Dude, look. The point I'm trying to make is that I kind of see the whole Ganguro girl thing as a little similar to being a juggalo, right? So you said intent goes out the window. So why are we not using that same argument for juggalos? No.
Because look at the face paint of a Ganguro girl and look at the face paint of a juggalo. That's why.
I honestly do see them as fairly similar.
Then you need new glasses. Then.
Oh come on, dude.
You definitely need new glasses.
Look,
I'm sorry. What the Juggalo stuff is, I'm not really like familiar with it, to be honest.
Juggalo, it's like clown paint, but like it's generally black and white, and it's supposed to be threatening looking, I believe.
Like the Insane Clown Posse? Am I reading about like
The
the
insane,
right stuff?
yeah, you're reading about the right stuff. Insane Clown Posse.
I think the way Ganguro girls have that exaggerated makeup is similar, though. No.
Thank you, Spookaroony says it. What race are Juggalos appropriating? Because Ganguro girls are definitely appropriating black culture. Are you saying Juggalos are doing the same thing too? No, you said it, so you gotta answer it. What are they appropriating?
Look. First off, like let's say they're appropriating white people, right? Because white is white face paint, right? Is that not
But Juggalos are white people, though. Like, I feel like a majority of Juggalos are white folks.
Latin American.
They're what?
They're Latin American, aren't they?
Juggalos are. Oh, you are so. ICP is not a Spanish group. Jesus, Lord help me.
I can't really. I feel like I'm not educated enough to comment on this.
Oh, don't worry. Neither is YOUSAF so far. So you're probably more qualified than he is at this juncture.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I mean, I feel like there's still
just because. Hold on. So why do they use the word juggalo, which literally comes from Spanish?
Does it? I don't know the origin of Juggalo.
I mean, that's what Wikipedia is telling me, but it's also saying citation needed on that one. So.
No, are you positive that's okay? What's the origin of I don't think that comes from that. I think you're wrong.
What's the origin of a Ganguro girl? You know?
No. I think you're wrong about Juggalo originating from a Spanish term. I don't think that's true. I don't know where you heard that.
Latin American people being involved with Juggalo culture, you know. So I don't know a lot.
I've never heard that.
I don't even give a damn about America. So.
Well, I can tell because you clearly are talking out of your ass right now.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk out my ass, you know, but that's just what
I don't know anything about booming Latino culture in the Juggalo subset. I think I'm almost willing to put any amount of money on it that a large portion of Juggalos are Caucasian. I'm almost willing to bet, but I couldn't prove it. I don't think. I'm sure there has to be some kind of like, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, I feel like with the face paint, I guess it depends, but even then, like, it sort of seems like on like face.
I've seen blackface, right, and it's pretty clear what they're doing there.
Yes.
You know? the lips and everything. I don't see that with Ganguro girls as much.
You got to study Japan's fascination with blackface to understand why it's an issue, which is why I wish I had my research paper so I could go over all of this. It's a whole thing.
So what's the deal with blackface?
Japan's obsessed with blackface.
So I've seen a lot of Japanese people.
Well, I'm not gonna say obsessed as in like all of Japan has an interesting like Japanese comedy, and Japan like there's an interesting fascination with like routine racism.
If you Spanish told them the culture's Spanish, I'd be pretty pissed on countries. Okay, fair enough. I don't know that. So here's the deal though. So Japan, you're right. Japan does have a fascination with blackface. I know you're right because I've seen a lot of Japanese people do blackface, right? But that's the point I'm trying to make. I think that this looks a little different from your typical blackface, you know what I mean? And
it's still blackface.
Perhaps they're aiming to do something different.
It's still blackface.
But I don't think
a lot of the people look a lot more orange than like dark skin.
Yeah, that's see that's there's two subsets. You know what I mean? You have like your Paris Hilton type, and then you have shit like this. I'm probably gonna I don't know. Yeah, I guess here I'll just copy this link and put it in the chat. I'll just put it in chat. You can look it in at the Twitch chat.
So see, that's really offensive, though, right?
That's incredibly offensive.
That's pretty obvious blackface, right?
Right.
A lot of other stuff in Google Images, and in fact, a lot of the stuff I've seen doesn't look anything like that.
Okay.
A lot more like orange skin. Yeah, that's offensive.
But there's this. There's plenty of examples.
And you're still associated with that subculture, though, right?
Just put in chat, right? I don't really see that as being an offensive connotation. They've got like white lips and like.
You literally have two girls in the upper left.
I think
in that photo.
Like weirdos or whatever, but what's racist about that? Actually, though.
Okay, so you do realize this whole movement's linked in blackface, right?
No, I
don't. I don't understand how you don't see the comparison between like a vaudevillain actor in blackface and any of this makeup. I'm looking at Google Images right now, and I also have a vaudevillain blackface actor pulled up, and it's like nigh identical.
There's a lot of negative stereotypes about black people that blackface will emphasize on, right? An example is they will make their lips really red and really big, right? Mm-hmm. What are these like Ganguro girls people doing that is kind of pointing to those, you know, like their lips are like really white and they have these really.
How about the dark face paint and the lips?
The dark face paint, but what are they doing they're making their lips white. You know?
It's still blackface though. You're still ignoring the fact that it's still blackface.
Yeah, they're still appropriating a culture.
There's no argument that you're going to present to me where you make any sense. I'm sorry, dude. I love you, man.
Blackface is the makeup used by a non-black performer playing a black role. The point
I feel like if you like, you know what you're getting at when you paint yourself in that tone or in that, and like I've said this, but like I've said, like the Ganguro culture is it's a subset where they emulate black culture. There's a movie on it, dude. I know way more about this than you. I don't know why. I don't know. What's going on, Joe?
Blackface over and over again, but I'm telling you.
You keep asking how is it racist, and I keep explaining, dude. Like I don't think I should have to explain it. They're literally in blackface.
Okay, well I think that you should have to explain your point because how are you going to get someone to ever understand what you're trying to say?
They are in blackface.
I think the point that YOUSAF is missing is that are you questioning like why more modern interpretations of blackface is racist?
Look, this in particular to me looks different from the kind of blackface that I know of. All right, go on.
I mean, I'm completely out of my depth here, but I would say that it's still appropriating that culture, right? They don't have any lived experience of what it's like to be someone that is of that color, so they're just sort of taking that for their own, for fun, for shits and gigs, right? And is that
right? The thing is, I'm not. I guess a better point I should make is, I think what they're doing might not necessarily be them trying to emulate like playing a black role, you know?
The idea of appreciative blackface is one that has appeared again in Japan more recently. B-stylers, a subset of Ganguro subculture, part of the small local hip-hop scene, are a niche youth subculture whose members seek to show their love of all things black, or their idea of blackness, by trying to look black, tanning themselves as dark as possible.
Okay, so here's a better way to put it then. I don't know why they use all this, like, this really weird... I feel like if they wanted to do blackface, they could have
I think Spooky has a good point in chat there.
Even if the women doing Ganguro have no idea what blackface is, intent of attempting to portray themselves.
Gal girls are similar.
I'm not seeing the striking similarities of blackface present in America is racist enough. Okay, I think that there are some similarities. I wouldn't say it's striking, but I can see that. Fair enough.
Yeah,
What I will say is them trying to emulate the culture in and of itself is obviously very racist, right? And that's
absolutely.
That's but I don't see it in just the makeup. Is that fair for me to say?
No, not at all.
Fair enough. We can disagree on that. That's okay.
That's fine, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with Maddox pretty heavily on that one, to be honest.
I like how we all got quiet. I think we're all like reading about this. I'm still and Daniel, Gal, I don't know. I think it's Gal, which is like, isn't this subculture supposed to like emulate the like Valley Girl? Like, and I think, well, it's weird too. This is more of like the Valley Girl thing, blonde hair. Look, this literally looks like. You could have told me that these are the main characters in Hannah Montana, and I would have believed. Well, I wouldn't have believed it, but look, that's like two girls dressing up as women from like the movie Clueless or something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, these are some fascinating subcultures in Japan that I don't think I will ever understand. But I think
fascinating is not the right word, you know. I just think they're wholly inappropriate subcultures. You know. Why would you do that?
It's weird. You know, okay, but I guess if we had to spin it around, how about like otakus?
Okay, so I've had this. Give me a sec.
I think that shit's weird too, man.
I've had this discussion on my own stream, right? But look, I don't consider myself a weeb, okay? I like anime, but I don't really get behind otaku culture. You know, the whole having a waifu, things like that. It's not something that I can wholly understand, honestly. And it's not necessarily in and of itself racist or emulating Japanese culture. I think that happens when people start buying kimonos and katanas and sticking them on their wall. And
what do you think about that? Do you you go to someone's house and they wear kimonos in their house and they have.
So, look, I have no relation to Japanese culture,
right?
So I can't really say I'm offended on behalf of anyone else. I don't think it's necessarily. It's more just like, you know, whatever, man. They're kind of weird.
Like your hobbies. Like what you like, I guess.
The best way I can put it is it goes from being a hobby to being wrong. Liking Japan is different from wanting to be from Japan, even though you're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting for sure.
If you appreciate Japan, you like shurikens, you like katanas, whatever, great, love them. I respect that so much. But if you start talking about how, like, I don't know, man. This goes on into like the discussion of stuff like yellow fever and stuff, I guess, right? But you know.
Have you like okay? Well, ooh, I got something I kind of want to talk about. What's up with I have to fix my microphone. Is yellow fever like a distinctly like? Is that a white nationalist thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, what's up with that?
I think some people see it as that, as in some people with yellow fever see it as that, but I think some people just have a preference that could go on into like into a fetish. But for some people, it's like they like the whole mail order bride, she's my slave kind of.
I am going to share an article in stream too, since we brought it. It's an NY Times article, the alt-right's Asian fetish.
So there's also a weird overlap between otakus and massive racists who see Japan as his paradise because it's a homogeneous nation. Yeah, so that's the thing. I can't tell where the split is. You can't tell when someone's crossed the line for me when it comes to going from being an otaku to being quite clearly racist. And,
isn't that fascinating that there's like maybe I'm misspeaking, but like isn't there like an overwhelming a lot of like as far as like anime fans, like hardcore anime fans, a lot of them are like super right wing. What's up with that?
Actually, I find that a lot of them are very liberal.
Oh, I think you would be surprised. Like as you start to really dig into that like subculture, you'll be surprised to find like political affiliations.
I can definitely extrapolate from one of my friends who's very right wing. I wouldn't really call him a friend so much anymore because some of his ideals are a bit outlandish and very antiquated, I would say. But he is very obsessed with anime and stuff like that, and like the whole 2D women fetishization as well. And it's because I think in those like in animes as well, typically women like aren't presented as very strong characters, or if they are, they like in a lot of animes they're very much like
every single
male.
I don't know any anime where there's a female protagonist that is actually cool. Actually, you know what? Funnily enough, I think Dragon Ball does a good job of that.
I'm sure there are some, but the vast, overwhelming majority are like there's this
I agree.
A harem of women. So I think a lot of men that are misogynistic at heart are attracted to these types of content because the woman isn't in power. She isn't contesting the male. She does whatever the male says, and I think that typically tends to feed into right wing.
I think it depends on the genre as well, but you're right for the most part. I find that there's some animes where the guy like spends a long time struggling to get a girl or whatever, but even then, he's the hero, and she's seen as like the conquest, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the thing with I watch a lot of like what's the word? I think they're called shoujo. They're like romance animes, and generally I find that it's kind of backwards where like the woman will have a harem of guys. However, even then, they're still seen as like saving them from a bad situation or lifting them to a higher level, you know?
Exactly.
And I don't like that. I don't like that personally. You know?
Like women in anime. And, like...
I used to a lot of things where you have a right wing anime. Oh, I do have a right wing anime friend. That's true. But most of my anime friends are not right wing. But I do have a very, very right wing anime friend. That's true.
Interesting, man.
But so a lot of my friends are like proper weebs, and then some like the ones that I'm close with are like super liberal. Although I guess that makes sense because I don't consider myself like incredibly conservative. So perhaps there's that. I would say I'm socially conservative, but that's about it, honestly. When it comes to like money and taxes and that, like, you know, keep it rolling, baby.
Right wingers are so weird to me.
Well,
they're.
I think the problem is nowadays you will never ever find. Here's the best way I can put it. Okay, all the calm ass right wing people that just want to have a nice discussion with you, they're probably hiding because they feel ashamed of their counterparts.
I don't even know if I want to have a conversation with anyone.
I don't think that's fair. I think that you should at least have a conversation.
Oh,
you know?
I've had enough conversations.
Yeah, I think
you expand your horizons, shouldn't you?
No, because I've done enough of that. I'm done. I'm tired of being in. Like, okay, do you really? I feel. Here's the thing. I feel like when it comes to discussing politics with people, you know, all you're gonna do is further entrench yourself in your own views. I don't think you're never gonna persuade me.
If you walk into a debate with that mindset, then you're already not doing it right. If people are, look, no one's willing to admit anymore that they're ignorant on something, you know? There's very few people that are willing to admit
I think we've seen that in this stream a few times.
I mean, I've openly said that I don't know what I'm talking about, you know? You're laughing, but I mean, you know, I've openly said, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm happy to be educated. And I've said that in previous streams too.
I think it's like a different thing, like, of coming into topics as like a debate versus like a conversation. But I also think like, at a certain point when it comes to politics and, you know, if you have differing opinions and thoughts, at a certain point, I think it doesn't rely on you to educate and teach the other person. Like if I had to sit here and like say to you guys, like, hey, like, this is why women should be treated equal, or like, hey, this is why like X or what, like, you know, and I had to keep repeating that to you over and over again, like, the burden should not be on me. It should be like, okay, we have that a conversation once, and it's not to like keep hammering that point in. I think at that point, it's like the other person has to go out, do their research, and like, you know, we see it like a lot with like other issues and stuff like that, like with the whole
real problem though. So the left wing and right wing are always trying to fight each other, right? But really, we should all be trying to oppose the system in and of itself.
Well, system doesn't want you to do that.
I think a lot of right-wing people will actually agree that the system is flawed. That's not true. But
not in America, man.
A good amount will admit that the system is flawed.
Not in America. Dude,
it's different because you guys are clowns, man.
Well, I don't disagree. We have people openly defending a 17-year-old traveling to another state with a rifle. You know, you do know what just happened here, right? Have you heard about this?
No, but you're gonna let us hear about it.
Oh Jesus, dude! I don't want to. I am gonna go ahead and let you guys know that I'm super pissed about this.
Yeah, so he's made a good point actually, because we were talking about anime and stuff. He goes like, Indians treat Bollywood actors and actresses like gods and goddesses. Yeah, that's so true. I think it's the case of just a lot of Eastern cultures in general where they idolize their idols, right? A little too much, you know what I mean? And I think that actually this ties into the discussion we're having about politics, because people do this with politicians too.
All right, posting this link in the chat. So we have these protests in Kenosha right now. Basically, a guy got shot in his back 7 times by police. So now there's yes. Okay, yeah. So there's protests. There's which so again, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know I am definitely anti-cop. I'm totally fine with the defunding of police.
Yep.
This 17-year-old piece of shit, because that's what he is as far as I'm concerned, he traveled from Illinois to Kenosha, Wisconsin to defend property during the riots. First off, ain't nobody gonna drive cross state with a weapon to defend property that isn't theirs. He shot 3 people. He killed one, and then he was able to go home. He went ran past cops, went home, man. What the fuck? And there are people on my Facebook defending this. I literally saw someone say, "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes," because this guy, one of the guys who got killed by this guy.
But that same argument applies to the person that's now in jail, right? Or he's going to be in jail.
Dude, this guy shouldn't have been able to go home. I'm sorry to say. I know people are gonna hate this. He should have been arrested on the spot. Is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. He should not have been able to run. Yes, he left. He ran away in front of. He ran past cops. After doing what he did, cops didn't stop him. I'm sorry to say this, but for a fucking fact, if this guy was black, he would have been shot on the spot.
So here's the deal. You need to change your perspective, okay? Imagine you're a racist piece of crap policeman, okay? And you just see
cops.
And you just see a kid shoot 3 people, right? Are you gonna arrest him? He's got your back.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck cops. That's what I'm saying.
You guys thought I was gonna be backing that? No, man.
I really thought I know this motherfucker is not. I was about to end the stream right now. We're done.
Listen, these policemen are right. No, they're not. They're just not. Okay.
But dude, these are I'm telling you, it might Canada might be like that, but I'm telling you right now. A large portion of right-wingers think that our system in America, I think people who identify as right conservative leaning, I don't identify as either, but I'm definitely not going to call myself a centrist. I would definitely identify myself more. I'm personally, if I had to be honest, I'm more skewed to socialism. That said, I think that our country, I think a lot of people who would consider themselves conservative are probably going to argue in favor of the system is right and the system works the way it should work. And I think they're fucking crazy for thinking that.
Well, that's
because the system doesn't work, right? And
yes, we got $1,200 during the pandemic. How does that work? What are you supposed to do with $1,200 assistance? Pay 1 month of rent?
All you do is say Jeff Bezos and the system doesn't work, It's not that hard, right?
Oh my God, I have people who literally argue on my Facebook that there's no such thing as making too much money. And my thought is to a degree, I agree that there's no such thing as making too much money, right? However, when your employees, the people that are working under you, who are working for you, are complaining about their pay scale and how they can't afford things, well, then there's clearly an issue with the pay disparity.
Okay, let's say we give you $1 billion.
You already know what I do with that $1 billion.
Okay. But are you ever gonna run out of money at that point? That's $1,000 million. That is 1,000.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So,
there shouldn't be pay disparities in these companies.
I don't think any man should ever be worth more than $1 billion, or woman.
Well, Jeff Bezos just passed 200. Oh, sorry.
That's what I mean.
200 billion?
200, yeah, I think.
Which is
hey, man, if you work for Amazon, your starting pay should be $30 an hour. at that point. Like,
It's the fact that people in Amazon warehouses were dying. Like,
oh, and that, yeah, just
in winter because they were like the conditions were so absolutely fucked for them, and they had to like keep working because they're so fucking poor. Like they need that job, and like Jeff's just like laughing there, like, you know, with all the money. Like,
oh, he's such a piece of crap, man.
yeah, I mean, like,
So Spookaroni's made a good point. He said, I think the main disagreement between the left and right is how you want to change the system, right? So, how do you guys feel about that? I think that that's kind of true. But the issue is, we can't even stop for a second and agree that we want to change the system.
Oh man, you guys got, I swear you guys got to live here. You have to live here. You have to live here to see what, for the record,
they finger me, man.
I try to make it quite clear that, like, just because I like to shit on conservatives does not mean I'm liberal. Because I guarantee you, if liberals heard some of the political ideas that I've had, they would probably not agree with me either, and that's fine. Because, like, I 100% think we should have a universal basic income system. It blows my mind that we don't.
It's to help everyone equally.
No, but you can't do that either.
US is healthcare.
You can.
It's me as an Australian.
You shouldn't.
Dude, the US healthcare. Oh,
it's stupid as hell, man. How can we honestly say that we're a first world country with some of the shit that we have to do with?
It's an illusion.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
You know what America is right now? It's literally Plato's Allegory. You guys are the people in the cave, right? Every single man, like, with their freaking nice ass, what's it called, Confederate flag, and their freaking guns, like, rootin' tootin', like, and all that.
Rootin' tootin', baby.
They're in the cave. You understand?
Oh, hold on.
People, and you know what? To be honest, I think a lot of liberal people that like to just complain nonstop and never like.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of slacktivism either.
Are also in the cave. Because if you can't stop for a second and just think, you know what, guys, we should all just agree that something needs to change. Then how will anything ever get better? One group is going to complain nonstop, and one group is going to take a big dump on that group that's complaining nonstop, and that's it. That's all that's happening now.
That's mass media, though, baby. Like, it's a.
That is. So I have a question for you, actually, Sam. But you go on. You have something to say.
No, I was just going to say it's entirely to do with media.
What do you think of Murdoch? You must know of Murdoch, right?
Daddy Murdoch?
Yeah, man.
I have so many opinions.
Enlighten me on this. Enlighten. Can I get a link?
Media.
Can I get a link? Can I get a link?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rupert Murdoch, how can I explain this? He owns all of the Australian media. I'll just give you a Wikipedia article, I guess. That should be good enough for now.
So we do have like rough laws, I believe, in that you can only have like 66%. So you can only have like 2/3 of like the media control, basically. And he just has like a fucking ridiculous amounts of it. Like, so
yeah.
We had this internet rollout scheme called the NBN, the National Broadband System. So Australian internet, for those of you who are unaware, is absolute dog shit bad. Like, even now, it is terrible compared to like the prices you guys pay for internet. We probably pay like double and get half of what you guys get, maybe even a third of what you guys get.
God.
So when our left-leaning government was in power, Murdoch is obviously against it because he tends to push conservative values and beliefs in his massive amounts of media. He lobbied against the government and basically fucked up the rollout of this NBN, like this internet, to give Australia the internet.
Why?
He basically, because it keeps him, if all Australians have better access to internet, then they can get more media, right? They have more information, more access to information, and more unfiltered access, more like access to information that isn't Murdoch's views that he's pushing. So he was able to like lobby and basically screw up the rollout of the NBN, and then it got pinned on the government because, again, he owns like 60 or 70% of the Australian media, so he convinced the general public that it was the government's fault, and then they were just like, well, bro, we don't know what to do. They get voted out because like left-leaning bad, and then like he just like it's insane. It is insane. The guy is fucking brilliant.
Left-leaning bad.
Basically, dude, you should see some of the newspapers that are here, like look, with everything that goes on.
The best equivalence I could give you is that, like, Murdoch is to the media what Trump and Russian influence is to American politics.
Now, is this the guy that okay? I see the phone hacking.
He controls Australia.
Was this the guy that was probing he was hacking phones, right? For wait, hold on, let me get into this.
They're on that beat up wings.
Was this not the guy that there was a news company that operated out of I think the UK, and they were hacking people's phones for information for their news, right? Was he not involved in that?
Yeah,
he owns that company.
Yeah, he went to hacking trial. Yeah.
Dude,
He's international, right?
this is crazy.
The phone hacking scandal was in 2011. I remember this.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say, Rupert Murdoch looks like a ball sack.
Dude, like his skin is like hanging on for dear life, dude.
My internet's gonna get caught talking so much shit about him. Like,
I don't like to advocate for just like offing people, but Murdoch is pretty high up there in terms of screwing people. A lot of the situation with the wildfires and people just having such an awful time, he's directly responsible for.
But like, also you off him. There's like, it's not just the one person,
it's his
right?
family, right?
Yeah. But it's the entire system that's in place. But it is absolutely not.
The thing is, the system. I feel like the system feeds off of him because of his dollary dues. You know, if you found a liberal person that happened to be incredibly rich, they might be able to then force a different narrative, right? The point being is that I think that it's the money that's speaking, and not necessarily the government agreeing with his specific viewpoint as much as them agreeing with the fact that they want him in their pocket.
Yeah, well, because he can lobby the governments, right? And like he lobbies the government. And, you know, like I read some of the articles that came out, especially around a lot of the Black Lives Matter movements recently, and like the writing of those articles and like the way they would phrase shit was so disgusting and so like very much like just blatant racism, but it's in the paper, so people like boomers just pick it up and they're like, oh, good to go, like, you know.
Oh man,
like, how is the situation in terms of police dissent and stuff in Australia? Are the police quite racist? Are the services quite racist?
Yeah, I would say at like an institutional level, yeah, they're always going to be.
Do you think that they're as extreme as North America? Because I think North America has it the worst in terms of...
Oh, dude, their fucking police might as well be domestic terrorists as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, I hate saying that, but it's absolutely... I don't trust them. I have friends that are cops, man. I'm not down with that. I'm just not.
I think in America, it's not easier, but like there's more like cops have more justification for like lethal force, but I still think within Australia, like we have a ridiculously high incarceration rate of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians. Like they have like, I think they make up 1/3 of our prison system, but they only make up 2% of the population. So of course most ignorant Australians are like, oh, well they make up only 2%, so who cares? And it's like, but if they make up 2% of our national population and they make up 1/3 of the incarcerated rate, is that not a fucking problem?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't think people when they try to simplify things to percentages, I don't think they really understand the numbers involved. I see that a lot with COVID. You know, it has like a 98% survival rate, right?
That, like, so many people have just been failed by high school mathematics.
Yeah, like
really?
Dude, if I hear one more person or if I see one more person on my Facebook say that, dude, there's a 98% survival rate. Dude, you know, it's not. I'm just like, you're fucking dumb. That's over 170,000 people have died since March.
With a friend of mine over this, right? A few months ago. My mate, he was like freaking. So he said that. Yeah. So we were just discussing like cases and stuff and deaths, and one of us mentioned that China said they have 4,600 deaths, right? And I'm like, that's absurd. And my boy is like, what? There's not. What are you talking about, you moron? That's what they said, and I'm thinking like, what? I'm like, come on, it must have been at least like 1 million or like a lot. There's a lot of people there, you know? And he's like, no, 4,000. How do you reason with that? How do you At some point, that's the thing, okay? There's some people that are beyond discussion.
Oh, for sure.
Those are the people.
They're all on Facebook and Twitter, by the way. If I get on Twitter and your profile says God-fearing, you're probably racist. That's sad. No, I'm talking in America. Like you, like that's a joke that goes around with me and my friends and people. Like, if you have God fearing in your Twitter profile, there's like a 98% chance you're gonna say some racist shit. It's just like seriously. Yeah, I know. I saw Spookeroni's thing and lost it too. Yeah, like. I even said this to like a prospective employer who wanted me to, because like there's positions to work from home, but they want you to work on site. He was like, well, doesn't it have like a 98% survival? I'm like, well, just because it has a 98% survival doesn't mean I want to get the fucking disease, dude. Like I don't care what the odds are. I don't want to get sick. The likelihood of you dying if you catch it's pretty low, right? I still don't want to catch it. The likelihood of me not wanting to get sick is 100%. Like,
as far as I'm aware, we still haven't confirmed if there's even permanent effects or not.
Yeah, there's like so much we don't know about this disease. Why would you want to catch it? I don't get it. I'm not going to a fucking movie. I'm not working on site anywhere. If I'm any job that I take is going to be a work from home for the foreseeable future. I'm not leaving.
I wouldn't discuss any part of what's going on here in the US with my dad and 99% of my coworkers. That's how I feel about everything these days. I have a really tough time like discussing politics with pretty much anybody outside of like you guys and like my really, really close friend circle, and that's it. It's
I feel special.
It's really, really hard to get like an opinion across. Or not even an opinion. It's so hard to just like discuss ethics without one person just being like, "I'm right, you're wrong," and that's it. You know, and it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong.
It's just
no one should think that way.
It's not worth it.
Politicians do it now. And the crazy part to me is, growing up when I was young, I remember thinking, "Wow, politicians are really smart. They've gone through all this education." I mean it. Growing up, I thought this up until the age of, I want to say, maybe 13 or 14. And then I started like slowly, I've grown up, I'm learning a bit more about news, and I realized these guys are morons. They're so stupid.
I think that's the thing.
They're so stupid.
Everyone listens to them day in, day out, right? You listen to talking heads for long enough, you become one, and that's the thing. People just parrot like.
They go to their favorite channel and they just repeat the same talking heads. And then when you call them out on stats, like wanting like, that's why me, when I get in arguments and stuff with people, the first thing I want to know, what websites are you? What websites are you getting these stats from? Can I see these? I don't have them. I'm just telling you what I heard. Well, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
I think statistics as well are such a slippery slope to get into because they're so easily misconstrued. And
you have to. Yeah, you have to understand. Like, some people post stats without understanding the correlations or whether the stat actually is telling a true story. It's like the Okay, we're gonna re-navigate to talking about streaming. It's like when people talk about the odds of like making it as a streamer, right? And they quote like, "Oh, only X amount of streamers are partnered," and it's like, okay, but you do realize not factoring in like, or they talk about only X amount of streamers are partnered out of X amount of streamers, and it's like, okay, well, that's a scary number, but then let's really investigate it. How many of those streamers out there are just someone who's turned on their PlayStation and they're just streaming from their PlayStation? You gotta completely remove them from the conversation, right? And what about the people? There are people who are making. I know 3 streamers. Like, no, 3 streamers off the top of my head who are making full-time money as affiliates. Not like, so like, I don't know, man. I feel like people need to understand that, like, yeah, you gotta know what the stats are, but you do also have to understand that, like, maybe not the entire truth is being told.
Yeah, like I remember looking up the stats, and it's something like there's 4 million unique broadcasters each month, and only 4 million each month, and there's 200,000 affiliates, I want to say. So like, just by hitting affiliate, you're within like the top 6% on the platform.
Well, we talked about that. I think I talked about that. I gave YOUSAF a stat. There's only X amount of people who even have like 5 viewers or above in their stream. It's really crazy.
I think if you get an average of 15 or above, you're within the top 0.2%. Sorry, I think it's like it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how top heavy stacked Twitch is, and that's why it's such a terrible platform for discoverability. Like, it's absolute trash.
Are we gonna spend like another? We could spend. Okay, we got to save that for next week because I need to start wrapping it up soon. But I do want to talk about that. But I want to talk about something that was just said in stream. If the only reason why you're streaming is to make it big, maybe rethink it. I disagree because I think that you can stream for any reason you want. If someone were to come to me and say, "Hey, can you like help me get set up with my stream?" and they tell me that their one goal is to make money, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just like I'm perfectly fine with someone who's wanting to stream as a hobby as well. I don't think there's anything because like I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to view your stream as a business. You just have to understand what obstacles you face.
The thing is that it depends on the success you're experiencing, right? It's like if you literally haven't even hit affiliate yet and you're like, right, I'm selling everything. I'm buying like a 10K PC.
Oh yeah, that's silly. That's silly.
What are the cameras called? The red ones. I think.
Weapons.
Yeah. Right, and you just spend a ton of money on like getting an amazing streaming setup. You're obviously not going to be successful because. Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. You could be, but that's the gamble, right?
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with like if you you have to. I think you can do that, but you have to understand why you're doing it. If your thought process is, I want to have some good equipment so my stream looks good, I'm cool with that. But if you're thinking that this equipment will make me good, if your thought is this equipment's gonna make me grow, I think that's nuts. I also think, and I think I've talked about this to you, YOUSAF, and I've said it a million times in my own stream. If your strategy for growing your stream is to literally hit the go live button and play a game, and you just think people are going to show up, you're so far behind the curve. You gotta use you have to use everything. You have to have a presence on social media. Streaming now is so different than it was like forever ago.
I think the standard of streaming right now is just like there is a lot of bars that like have been set previously. It's like, sure, these other people have made it without webcams. It's like, is that they might be like insanely good. I know within the Australian community for Apex, there are a few standout streamers recently who hit partner within a month, but they're absolutely ridiculously good players. Like top players.
I also think it's a really bad idea. You can't be like, well, so and so made it big and they only have that. Well, they're so and so. You're not. I understand that people want to say, well, think about all these like top streamers who don't have webcams, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, they're also top streamers. You're not, so you probably should. I am a huge advocate of having a webcam. I think you should have one. As a new streamer, you should have one.
It depends. So, like you were just talking, Sam. You mentioned like, you know, if you're freaking good at what you're doing, you don't need a webcam. But
yes, because that's narrative content. You have narrative content at that point. If you are an authority in the game you're playing, that's your narrative content. You can communicate why you're.
If you're trash at games or you're mediocre, or even you're good at games, but you're not mind-blowingly good, you should probably have a webcam. If you're beautiful, have a webcam. If you're ugly, have a webcam. It doesn't matter.
But
you know,
one of these top players of Apex or top dominated like of any game, if they're like the top 1%. Throw them into like a single player game like Skyrim or something like that and then watch. I would love to see what the view count's like there because they're only known for that one game.
Well, that's why they're. Well, I think that's why.
I could give you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Is XQC okay? He was a beast at Overwatch, right? Yeah. But now people have realized that he's a monkey, and so they want to play everything.
He's entertaining.
But I wonder how many other Overwatch streamers were good and like top of their game. And
I think that's a lot. If you're trying to grow, if your focus is growing your channel, I don't think variety streaming is the way to do it. You're not. You got to find one game, and you have to build your community in that one game, and then you can maybe discuss branching out. But yeah, you're not. I don't think you're like people who play like those like. What's up?
No, go on.
No, I was just like, I'm not even looking at top streamers. Let's look at like, I would consider, what do you guys consider small streamers? I think a small streamer is like 5 to 30 viewers, right?
5 to 30.
I think sub 5. I think sub 5. You're not even in the small yet. You're still in more than 3 viewers. I'll say 3 or more.
I would argue 5 because I think when I was a 3 viewer streamer, it was me and 2 of my mates lurking me. Like my chat was dead. Like,
man.
And that's not me hating on 3 viewer streamers. I'll happily go. I watch Sammy all the time. He's a 3 viewer streamer.
Hey, Sammy's growing though.
No, that's a
Sammy making that. Sam about to make. He's about to leave us in the dust to make that big money.
I know, dude. I know.
Want to make money on Twitch, man. It's like I just think that like I don't want to like crap on people that do want to do Twitch professionally, but I think that right now at least I have better options, you know. Well,
for sure.
I should say more realistic options.
Yeah.
Right now, if I were like, yo, Mum, I'm dropping out. I'm being a Twitch.
No, you should never do that.
It's time for me to go find a tent and a damn sleeping bag.
Yeah, you shouldn't do anything like that. You should.
I think a lot of people are pushed towards that though because of pressures they might feel from outside, all right? And a lot of people feel a lot of people do get success in Twitch that you would think wouldn't. And sometimes I think that being put in those tough situations kind of motivates you to grind harder, you know what I mean?
Yes.
This isn't relevant to what we're talking about at all. I just want to make that point.
We got to talk about grinding on Twitch. Grinding, I think by grinding, if you are calling yourself a grinder on Twitch, your grind should definitely be putting content other places and having content in other places. If your grind is streaming 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, God, that's not smart. It's just not.
Yeah, I mean, I stream for 20 days straight. I worked it out. My average across those 20 days was 6.5 hours. And I noticed enormous growth on my channel. I think because initially we sort of had like a little bit of growth and I was like, okay, cool. This audience has continuously come back and come back and come back. And that's how I've sort of been able to solidify. Within a month, I went from having like, my average in July was like 7 viewers on average. And then now in August, it was up to 13 on average. But
I think also it's the Dark Souls community, isn't it?
It's that, but the chat engagement's there, and we've had people come from other games, and I played other games as well. When I play Apex as well,
That's true.
People from the Apex community plus Dark Souls people will come in and hang out and watch me play Apex, and a lot of them are kind of like, I don't really like Apex, but like I just want to hang out, like and I think like there is something to be said that when you get like that little bit of a breakthrough to like then sort of grind. But if I was sitting there to like 0 people and like not doing anything, because on the side I was also like, I've started doing YouTube stuff. I've been networking relentlessly. Like I'm talking to you guys, like, and then like a bunch of others.
Is this just networking to you, dude?
Like, networking. Yeah. You guys will get my.
We got to talk about networking because that's like. That's the big buzzword.
Maddox, I think you're of the belief that like you don't really need to network to do well.
I don't think you should. I don't think you have to.
You don't even think you should. You just said.
No, you probably shouldn't.
You probably shouldn't.
You.
Why?
What are you? Okay, so let's. Well, first off,
Maddox,
I want to know how you define networking.
Can I be real with you, D?
What's up?
Being a leech is the easiest way to be successful, man.
That's my problem. That's 100% my problem with networking. It's. Could you? Okay, I gotta take my homegirl Ashley Chris because like I watched her video and how she said it is exactly how I feel. Could you imagine running a business, right? And you go to this party. And there's this other business owner at this party who's way more successful. Could you imagine, like, instead of like walking up and introducing yourself, you walk up and you're like, "Hey, man, I got this company that I'm trying to get off the ground. I could really use your help in maybe getting some customers." That's how a lot of streamers sound when they hop in other people's channels. Like, and it's so transparent. I can 100% tell when someone's coming in wanting to like.
I agree with that.
Don't come into my channel and post your fucking emotes. And what I mean by that is like the very first conversation.
I really mind. I kind of love. Okay.
I mind if I know. Okay, like if I've known you, right? You can come into my stream and drop an emote. What I'm saying is like people. I literally had this happen when Ghost of Tsushima came out. This guy joined my stream, said hey, and I was like, "What's up? Welcome to the stream." And then literally he posted all 3 of his emotes in like a huge like block. And I was like, and I didn't know what they were. I thought they were like, I thought maybe they were like emotes that were unlocked. I was like, oh shoot, did you just unlock some emotes? He's like, nope, those are my channel emotes. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like
the balls on that guy.
Yeah, I just ignored him. And then he spent like the next 2 days in my stream, just like no matter what the conversation was about, it was about him. It was about his emotes. Or no, it was about his channel. I'm sorry. We would like, I would be talking about it like, okay, I can't wait for this game to come out next week, and he would be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play because I don't know if my viewers would like it. I don't know what kind of. I don't think they'd like watching that game. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up about your channel, please.
I think that's just the difference though, because in business, right, in normal, regular human business, that's not Twitch, and in the entertainment business as well, you have networking. Networking is like
your business card is like getting shoved down everyone's throat, you know?
I did an entire course on creative industries, and the thing that they drilled into our heads is networking. And I definitely think that you have a point, Maddox, about like actual genuine networking, like versus disingenuous, I am just here for self-promo. When I say that, I've been like networking, I mean, I've been sitting on my ass watching all these other Twitch streamers. Like I'll end stream and I'll go hang out with Sammy for like an hour.
That's but you do it because you like Sammy. You're not doing it with the hopes that he's going to watch your channel, right? And I feel like a lot of cats who use the network, they're not doing it with that approach. They're doing with the approach of find a streamer who's playing a game that you're playing, like, who has a similar viewer account, and hope that they follow you if you go in and tell them that you're a streamer. I'm guilty of doing that. I'm not going to act, but like it's stuff that.
Do you not just think that, like, if you're just the biggest leech ever, is that not the easiest way to be successful? Like, actually.
Do we know any?
It's Machiavellian. There's no quality behind it. You're probably a bad human being. But it has to be the easiest way to be successful.
It's the easiest way to get banned from my channel.
Yes, true. But the thing is, you see it happen on YouTube so much, okay? One guy makes a viral video. 10 other people make the same damn video, right?
That's different. Way different.
Why is it different?
You know, I'm okay. You can bite my content, right? You can bite my content. I'm okay with that. You can bite my style. What I'm not okay with is if you bite my style and then join my channel like, hey, I did the same thing, check it out. That's leeching. You can still and make it your.
Leeching is also copying the content though.
Yeah, but okay, but like here, I guess my thought process is this: if I do something funny that goes viral and people connect with it, right? And you steal my content and do the exact same thing and people connect to it too, well, then you're entertaining, because like it's not as simple as just stealing an idea and it working. I guarantee you I could do the exact same thing that like find me a viral video and I guarantee you I could do it exactly the same way. And I guarantee I won't get half the response that the original person did. But if I did, it's probably because like I probably have an entertainment value. You're not going to get by just like anyone could get by. Like any streamer could hop in my channel and be like, hey, watch my stream and post the link 5 times. But if you join their stream and it's just them doing this on their webcam, because these are my favorite streamers.
Yeah, hard out. Dude. Bad, like when you drop into their streams and then it's like, oh, like I'm actually like intrigued to see what this is, and they're just sort of sitting there dead quiet. Like,
you know what? Something I feel super guilty about is if someone wants to network with me and then I don't like watching their stream, it makes me feel so bad.
Dude, I don't give a shit.
The good thing is that with the 3 of us here, I've never felt that way about you two. Because otherwise, this would be such an awkward conversation. I don't feel like. I guess why I don't care is because I don't feel like anyone's obligated to watch my channel. I don't expect like it's not like you feel an obligation. It's more like because I might not love watching someone stream. I also feel like I don't want to talk to them outside of stream, which is perhaps a bad way of looking at it. But that's the effect that has on me.
I don't know, man. Why do we always talk about streaming? The reason why I don't like talking about streaming is because I spend so much time. There's so much you can talk about. I actually like talking about the business of streaming. So Spookaroony says, I feel like a kind of important part. See, because like I saw this and I want to talk about it. I feel like a kind of important part of this conversation you're missing is just the enjoyment a person can get out of streaming. I'm not missing that because I said anyone could stream for any reason they want. Yeah, if you want to stream as a hobby or because it's just something you like doing, I'm perfectly fine with that. There's nothing nothing wrong with that. But I also, in the same conversation, if your goal is to make money, I'm fine with that too. But you have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan, and you also have to have realistic expectations. I do not make any qualms. I don't disguise it. I don't misdirect. My goal is to make a full-time income on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I'm the same.
But I literally am not, if I fail or if it doesn't work, I'm perfectly fine going back to the working world.
So
that's not an issue at all. The reason why I think it's possible for me, and not to toot my own horn, is I've been streaming since March, and I have made $500 to $600 every month through Twitch. So I feel like I just got to grind it out and keep going and keep putting myself out there.
I think you can't make it, and you know why? It's because you don't have a leather jacket, dude.
Oh, I have a leather jacket. Shut up. But but the difference between me and other people who want to make it is I also am perfect.
Savings, man.
I have savings. But I want to make it clear, I didn't quit my job to stream. I quit my job because I didn't feel like it was safe, and I had money to fall back on if I quit, and that's exactly what I did.
The thing is, I think a lot of streamers are in the situation where they don't have the savings, and they
shouldn't quit. They shouldn't quit their job, and they shouldn't if I wasn't making any money through Twitch, I probably wouldn't have quit. To be honest with you,
that's so scary though for the people in that situation, you know.
I think it's scary, but
Twitch could be it for them, you know. That's scary, man.
But that's the thing that's irresponsible, at our level, I think, and it's what I say to my audience a lot. If I ever get to the point where someone offers me a sponsorship and they're not a super shady company,
dude,
I'm taking that, because then that is money secured from a big company rather than putting that, not obligation, but having that on your audience and relying on your audience for money versus a big old corporation.
You definitely, as you get bigger,
look,
as you get, you should also
that's a whole different league, though.
If your audience starts growing, if it grows, because it's a huge if now, right? As your audience starts growing, you should definitely look at transferring your monetary gain from your viewership to more stable income, for sure.
Yeah. So. I think the difference between people that make money from their viewers and people that make money from those companies, they're on a whole nother level. It's like the gods on Olympus and just the random ass people living in Greece, you know.
But you know what? Those people that are making their money that way, they okay. I'm not gonna let myself in there, but I came into Twitch with a business plan. Before I even.
Dude, that's not okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to unsub right now.
Shut up. No, what I'm saying is because I wanted to get back into streaming during COVID, right? But I didn't just want to do it to do it. I didn't just want to turn on my stream and maybe someone will view me. I wanted to have a strategy put together so that if people did find my channel, or that if I did start getting viewers, I could develop a way to monetize. And because, I'm not, but I also don't view, what I do, I don't necessarily view it as me, sitting down and playing a game for a couple of hours. I'm, trying to, I don't know. First off, I want people to know that, my channel is a safe space. You can come in and I don't judge. I'll talk to you about what's going on in your life. You can talk to me about anything, but if it's too serious, I'm going to point you to professionals you can talk to. And I don't know. I personally think that I'm kind of funny, and I like doing stand-up comedy. I like doing stand-up comedy, and I view this as an extension of stand-up in many ways.
Yeah.
So
I disagree with that actually a lot.
You don't think that there's a level of improv and.
Okay, but improv and stand-up are different too, aren't they?
Yeah, but you do realize, here's the joke. You can't just say, I hate that joke, say a joke. Oh, you do comedy? Tell me a joke. Well, the joke is you for asking me that question.
Joke, dude. Say a joke. Go on.
That's very much Spooky's dry humor.
Chatting at YOUSAF. No, what are you disagreeing with, though?
So, look, I don't see Twitch, even for streamers that I think are funny, I don't really see it as, similar to stand-up. I think that stand-up is generally a practiced routine.
Right.
And there's some improvisation, but not a lot, right? I think that for a lot of comedic, entertaining ass streamers, it's like it's all improv for the most part. I feel like.
but you do realize there's like well, I'm not gonna say there's like a level of it. There's an aspect of improvisation,
right? But it's not even close to the level that you'd have in stand-up. I see it a lot more like improv than stand-up. That's it.
Well, sure, but what I'm saying is like because I like stand-up comedy, I like being in a position where I can entertain people, and I feel like that's why.
Strip club or?
No, I just feel like that's why it was really a natural transition for me to like do this. Yeah. Because I don't think like. I don't know, like, well, I think one of the things that I like to do is if I can watch my VOD without like, or like turning it off, then it's engaging. And I've had a few VODs where I've been like, oh my God, I can't, like, I'm laughing out loud at shit that I say, but I also think I'm the funniest person in the world too, you know?
I don't think that, okay, first off, like, even I don't laugh at my own VODs, like, that's so conceited, you piece of crap.
Well, I'm extremely conceited.
Okay, second off, I disagree with that too, actually. So here's the thing. Some people just can't watch themselves talk or speak or do anything, right? But they could be the
well, then they don't need to be streaming then. You have to be comfortable. Dude, no. You have to be comfortable watching yourself. Because how are you ever going to know what's working, what's not working? If you can't even watch yourself to gauge if what you're doing is working for you or not, then you probably aren't in the right. You're not. But then again, that also depends for why. If you're streaming just to stream, it doesn't matter.
I really disagree, dude. I think that even if you're straight, okay, no, actually, no, that's a good point.
I went to the bathroom real quick, but I agree with Maddox on this point. But I really need to go to the bathroom, so we'll be back in a hot second.
Well, that's a surprise, isn't it? You piece of. No, I'm kidding. Take care.
Who is your favorite comedian? Oh man,
it's me, isn't it?
I like Patrice O'Neal. I think Patrice O'Neal's freaking funny. I think Bill Burr's really good.
Bill Burr is the man.
He is the man. Yes, I agree. Who did I just watch the other day? I watched someone and I kind of liked how they set up. No, fuck Jeff Dunn. I don't find Jeff. My friends found him funny. I didn't get that whole shtick.
I like Sacha Baron Cohen. I love him.
Oh, dude, he went to one of these like alt-right conventions and disguised himself as a country singer. Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, you've watched This Is America, right?
No, but I want to.
Okay, well, it's a TV show that God, I love this man. Sacha Baron Cohen is one of the funniest men on this planet.
Oh, this dude, it was hilarious.
The way he can take the piss out of anybody and make people believe that he's doing something legitimate is incredible. I've never ever seen someone do it as well as him. He's beyond method acting, dude.
For sure. Dude, also, I think he's a pretty good actor. Have you ever seen Les Miserables? He was awesome in Les Miserables, man.
He was in Les Mis?
Yeah, he was in Les Mis. He was he was in the orphanage, right? With the
Oh yeah, him and freaking that lady that plays Bellatrix, right? Whose name
yeah, I think you're right.
I remember. Yeah. He is a great actor. Plus The Dictator, you know.
I've not seen The Dictator yet.
Oh, dude. His comedy films, they're such bad films, but they're so funny.
Oh, I thought the Bruno movie was freaking great. I think I like Bruno more than I like Borat.
Who is America? Sorry, not This Is America, yeah. It's been his best stuff since Borat. Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. Who is America is great, man. Especially because Sacha Baron Cohen, look, he's from a background that generally, someone of my faith would not be too, keen on.
Yeah.
But I freaking love the guy. I think he's hilarious. And I really like that he can make a joke about himself. I do.
All right.
I really do.
Let's get to wrapping this up. What are our closing statements here?
I hate you so freaking much.
Well, no, I think Sam had some stuff he wanted to chime in on that last piece.
About the watching back your own VODs thing, I think it's one of the most important things you can do as a streamer to try and improve. Like it's helped me. Like I look back at my VODs from like May when I first started streaming. They were pretty scuffed. My stream is still scuffed now. Like it's really not great. But I think the only way to improve is to like honestly like look and critique yourself. And yeah, I agree with what Maddox says about watching, and like if you're not like laughing and having fun like at the content, then like I think like you got to question like if you're not enjoying it, the content you're producing, and will anyone else? Because
Look, man, there was a long time in Tyler One's League of Legends career where he was not enjoying anything he was doing.
Yeah, but
goddamn, the chat was enjoying him.
yeah, I would. That's like an exception, because like that's someone
I
who's.
think a lot of streamers are like that.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of successful streamers have that kind of relationship with their viewers. Tyler is an anomaly for sure, but like,
Tyler One's an anomaly. I really don't.
Dude,
I think a lot of I don't want to say a lot, but I also don't think he's an anomaly. I think there's a fair number of people that will watch a streamer not to laugh with them, but to laugh at them.
Yeah, but I personally don't want that kind of community. I'm perfect. And I want to make it perfectly clear that like I have no designs or any delusions about being I say this to you all the time, YOUSAF. I have no delusions about being like a 1K viewer streamer. I'm perfectly fine with 20 viewers, just as long as look, dude.
Maddox, all you need is an actual leather jacket and this.
No, shut up. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Here soon, I will start streaming in a leather jacket with a switchblade like as a lapel and sunglasses, and I'm totally gonna gimmick it up. Like the entire stream, I'm gonna be talking like this, baby, because I'm the baddest guy on Twitch. I'll do it the entire stream, and if you think you're better than me, I'll kick your ass. What's up?
Please don't do that again.
Well, you said, dude, what's up, man?
I like that. Can you get like
no, just don't do that again.
What's up? I'm gonna commit to it.
Did you just ask Maddox to get hair?
No, a hair comb, like, you know.
Yeah, and then I'll just do this in between, like just at random moments. Act like I have like a shit ton of hair and comb through it. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, there you go. That's a hookup. It's a hookup, man.
Damn, man.
I'm basically saying that there's no issue. I don't think there's anything wrong with viewing your stream however you want to view it. If you want to view it as a opportunity to make money, fine. If you want to view it as just a hobby, that's fine too. But I think you have to have realistic expectations. 100%. Don't jump into it.
No one has realistic expectations, innit?
I think you're right. I think that I can name a lot of streamers. I can name a lot of streamers that I fucked with, I guess, who streamed for a couple of weeks to 0 viewers and then told themselves that it was impossible and they stopped.
Yeah.
Man, but that's so sad, isn't it?
It is. They need you. I don't think you should think like that.
Man, I look, I don't know. At some point, I think like a day or two into Twitch, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And I'm like, wait, this is so much fun. And that's it. Yeah. I didn't think about it again.
You're definitely going to have bad days. There are times mid-stream where I'm like, I should turn the stream off. And it's not even because of like I'm one of those people that like, I don't give a shit if I'm streaming. Okay, like on a good day, I probably have 14 viewers, right? But more often than not, I'm probably floating around like 14 to, like 7 to 8. But like, I don't care if it's just 2 viewers. The fact that there are 2 people who could literally do anything else with the rest of their day have chosen to like sit in and hang out.
That feels so good.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Dude, when someone tells you like they just appreciate what you're doing, it's a freaking good feeling. You know what, chat? For all you guys out there that like lurk in streams, I'm not gonna say don't do it, yeah, but if you really, really, really enjoy a stream and you're watching their stream, let them know. Because I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. They're gonna remember that for the rest of their lives.
I'm telling you, I'll speak for myself. That shit motivates me so hard.
Oh man.
Like I could I have those days where I'm just like, not that I've never had a day where like I want to stop streaming, but I've had those days like, oh my god, like my goal seems so far away, right? And then all it takes is that one person like, oh dude, I can't wait for you to stream tonight. Like I'm excited to see you stream tonight, and you're like, well,
you know what?
I'm back.
Have you guys started using any stream terms IRL? I say poggers and like PogChamp a lot.
No.
So this is something that happened to me recently. But I'm like, so I was talking to like one of my exes, and a few weeks.
I didn't hear it.
Okay,
I'm gonna let it go.
Mine, okay, and a few months ago, rather, she was just giving me like a spiel, like, I can't get over you, da da da, whatever, right? So I'm talking to her a few days ago now, right? And she's like, yo, I met some new dude. I'm like, good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, right? And I remember the first thing I said poggers, dude.
What a piece of poop. All right.
Wait, what do you mean piece of poop?
I think that's a good note to end it on. That's a good note.
Pog a lot. But I've said it to my mum too.
Go ahead.
One thing on Bumble, which is a dating app, a girl and I were talking about brekkie food, and I just agreed, and I was like half asleep while I was sending this message, and I was like, "Yeah, I love brekkie food. Brekkie food's really pog." And I just left it with that. I didn't talk to her again. Like on a dating app, I was just like, "Yup." So now like my entire chat just like memes of me, like, "Yeah, Spooky's like Lamau somehow about brekkie, yeah," because like it was just like.
So look, here's what we should end it on. Yeah, let's talk about how we feel about Sam.
Good guy.
Is he cool?
It's a good guy. I'm looking forward to next week.
I want more, yeah.
I'm looking forward to next week.
So let's play Among Us, you guys.
Okay, so guys, you should totally download Among Us in stream. Those of you in chat, download Among Us and let's get a group game going. We'll finish off our like next podcast stream playing a game. Like that's how we'll end it. We'll play a couple of rounds of Among Us.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
If that works out for everyone, I think that sounds fun. Really, I would love to do it.
And let's talk about D&D, but not.
That's going to be off stream. So I feel like we need to pick up on this damn streaming conversation next week. For sure, right?
Yeah, there's
so much to talk. There's so much to talk about. So we should bring up.
Suck, dude.
Wow, that hurts my feelings. We should talk about streaming next week. Are you guys still want to talk about J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, but not right now.
Yeah, that's like
we really need to talk about much more other than she's a massive turf and she's a piece of shit. Like,
woo! Yeah, well, he's not wrong. We'll table that for next week. And
because I have a lot to talk about with her. Because there's just so many. I just don't understand, man. You know. So we'll talk about that next.
Okay.
Week.
All right, guys. You guys already know. We're gonna plug stuff. Follow Sam at Sam_TV if you're not doing that already. Follow YOUSAF at Y0. You know what? I'm just gonna link both of your Twitch channels.
Y0USAF.
Yeah, but
you can.
I feel like wouldn't it be easier to just link?
I go by Your Royal Majesty.
There you go. Follow those two guys. Follow those two guys if you're not already following them.
Emperor Sammy the First.
What are you guys playing on your streams right now?
I just finished Phoenotopia. We didn't even talk about that. And I think you just recently are about to finish Bloodborne, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish Bloodborne, but I think later tonight I'll be doing some Among Us and testing that out and seeing how that goes. But yeah,
cool.
Mainly
so hey, there you go. If you guys want to see how Among Us plays, you should totally watch Sam tonight. Like how long from now?
Well, I haven't slept yet since last.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not soon, but
I'll probably sleep. Probably 8 hours from now. I normally start.
There you go. 8 hours from now, Sam is going to be playing Among Us. So if you want to preview that game, see what we're talking about for next Friday, you should totally watch him. You guys already know what's going on tomorrow night. We're going to be doing a drinking game here. So if you guys like watching your streamers, I won't be getting drunk. My girlfriend will be getting drunk, and she will be yelling extremely loudly at Fall Guys, and I will be laughing at her while she yells at Fall Guys. So hang out, let's chat and play games.
This was a good one.
This was a good episode, guys. Everybody, take care. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow night.
Concha. There you go. We did it.
Okay, not gonna comment on that.
They asked me to, man. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Well, good.